That's so nice.
Hello, and welcome to the Astropub, your sexiest podcast on Star Citizen. Also, apparently, the shilliest. In the process of me starting the stream, I checked the comment. Someone dropped a comment from like two podcasts ago, because I haven't actually uploaded the last one yet because moving sucks. And they said like they talked about like all these theoretical shit, and they didn't talk about CCUs. This is obviously, and someone's like why didn't they do that, huh?
Look at the date.
Yeah, and it's May 6th. And someone said yes, May 6th, but someone else was like, well, shilling ain't easy. And I'm like, fuck yeah, shilling ain't easy. I have yet to see a goddamn check from CIG. Holy fuck, man.
We are the worst
shill. It's in the mail.
It's in the mail, apparently, yeah.
That's what I hear. Yes.
Yeah. I hear that every time. God damn it, CIG, you know?
I'm owed $5 million.
That's about standard rate.
That's my flat rate. I charge the same for everyone that I shill for.
Yeah. The shilling rate's about $5 million.
Yeah.
Standard for the community.
If you want me to not just completely poop on half the things you do, that's an extra $2 million. We haven't negotiated the extra $2 million quite yet. But.
Yeah, so the 2,000 whales that are actually keeping Star Citizen afloat, we need you all to buy another Polaris, please, because we need paychecks.
Yeah, we need paychecks.
On that note, welcome to the Captain's Table. A weekly Star Citizen podcast here at the Astropub, where we bring in members from the community here to talk about Star Citizen. Usually fling shit at each other and talk about absolutely nothing and be vapid assholes. Because we have fun, and there's enough podcasts that are super serial and have people who pee in them, and other stuff like that.
I don't know, man. All the podcasts on Saturday are not serious whatsoever.
None of us, no. And the funny part is, welcome to the second part of the Podsat, your Star Citizen Podsat.
All of our podcasts are overlapping today, and the common denominator today is me.
Yeah, I'm
on all three.
Everyone hide.
I was on the relay station earlier, and then Jake was running, and now Jake is here today, and then with Gray-Headed Gamer, who's going to be doing Not So Sober Saturday today. So with Jake, Jesus Christ!
Hey, does anyone see like a attention horse syndrome here?
The world does not need this much Jake.
No, you really don't.
Okay. Two is
really
good.
Don't. Two is pushing it. To be totally honest with you.
The daily recommended limit of Jake is 2.
It's actually 1.5. It's 1.5, but we can push it to 2 sometimes.
Has anyone else noticed Jake is trying to rock the Eric Kyron Davis today?
Yeah, he was doing that. He was doing that during the relay station. We mentioned that.
Very nice.
Alrighty, so let's go around and introduce everybody.
Take your strap of your headphones.
If you don't know who these people are,
push it up like this.
If you don't know who these people are, you should be following them, because most of them have been around longer than me. Starting with the man, the myth, the liver-destroying Texan who loves guns, Texas Skulls. Who are you? What do you do in the Star Citizen community?
I'm the remnants of a healthy liver. Oh God! I'm a drunk from Texas. That's pretty much it. I stream, I drink, I sleep.
Good.
At twitch.tv/Texas Skulls. Yep. Yep.
Hi, guys. Do you stream to sleep?
He streams to sleep. Yes. It's actually it's against TOS to stream yourself sleeping. Apparently, it's literally in there.
The feedback that I have gotten from some viewers is that your stream is so shitty. It's almost as if you are asleep.
Nice.
People are so kind.
Yes.
So I'm always open to criticism.
You know what? I gotta hand it to him. That is a solid troll.
Yeah.
That is top level.
Thanks. I'll find them and then pass on your comments.
Relay the message.
Yeah.
Relay
the message.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Too much Jake.
Then I was
very hungover today.
I was say he's one of the latest members of Test Gaming, and he is also the co-host and streamer of Sin Pantalones and Pachinki. on Sundays. So
see.
the only
he
PUBG
sounded so exotic.
The only PUBG telenovela / soap opera that's broadcast live on Twitch TV. I'm
Can
serious.
I put something out there
Go
about
for
that? Actually, that Twerk, you've been called out.
Oh,
we
God.
want you.
We want you. You and me.
We
Twerk.
will kill you.
We bring it. Bring it.
You've been called out, Twerk.
Bring your.
Here's what you do.
Bring your weak sauce boys. Bring your weak sauce boys and to Pachinki. All right.
Here's what you do. Twerk, we're coming for you.
Twerk is no longer scared. Yeah. If he was, he's not anymore.
He hates that emote.
The shrug emote. Yeah.
Oh man, I'm just saying. You put down Sergeant Gamble and told him to tell his boys that Pachinki belongs to Twerk. Well, he told his boys. We're his boys. We have no pants, and Pachinki belongs to us.
Emphasis on the no pants.
Enough said.
Yeah.
Yes, no pants.
Yep. See, there it is.
Pantalones.
I hope Twerk comes into the stream just right now as they're spamming the shrug emote. That'd be so good.
Alrighty.
He'd be in, and he turn around, be out.
Oh, man.
Next, the ever wonderful, ever gray, and apparently brand
and
new.
ever headed.
He's got a sweet new setup that he's testing out for the first time today. Gray-headed gamer. Who are you? What do you do? All that kind of stuff.
I am old and tired. My wife and I spent all day redoing the stream room. My claim to fame is Not So Sober Saturdays, where we do the same exact thing here, but with only 2 people and a lot more alcohol.
A lot more alcohol, yeah.
And
hey, speak for yourself.
Oh yeah.
Jake's been drinking since like what?
Noon.
So it's gonna
Bye, Jake.
Not So Sober Saturdays. He's just gonna lay over on his keyboard, and I'm gonna be talking the whole time. He's gonna be silly.
It's better that way.
I can't stream you. Yeah, true. The show's gonna like improve by magnitude of 10.
We're listening. Come on, Jake. Let's hear it.
Listen. I am Jake, and I do not approve this message.
But it's going to be fun.
But.
So make sure you tune in tonight, Not So Sober Saturday, midnight Eastern time. And other than that, I try to stream through the week as much as I can, but I work so goddamn much that a lot of times I can't. But when 3.0 drops, I'm going to make time. Even if I only get 2 hours sleep at night, we're going to stream a lot of Star Citizen when 3.0 comes out. But other than that...
So June 29th. Okay.
Yep. Exactly June 29th.
Exactly June 29th.
4:07.
Yeah.
Pacific time.
That's exactly what's going to happen. Predicted, confirmed, go to the forums, tell everybody. That's confirmed.
Yeah. Go to Reddit.
Because apparently we're all CIG shills, so we have all of the internal information about this. So that's how that works.
Hey,
yeah.
I'm not a shill. I'm an employee.
You're an employee. I'm sorry. You have been quoted as an employee of CIG. Jake from CIG.
Yeah. Officially,
yeah.
I am CIG.
I want to say, that I am not a CIG employee. In fact, CIG has put out Order 66
on you. Yes. There's an active kill order for all CIG employees on Texas Skulls. So
Yes.
That's
my life is
wait. Specifically, CIG employees.
Yes.
Will kill Texas Skulls. You're fine.
Yeah. Oh.
Especially if they give the weapons to Disco Lando.
Goddamn.
Oh, jeez.
Where can they find you, though, Gray-Headed Gamer?
Gray-Headed Gamer on Twitch TV, on Twitch, on YouTube. It's all GRAY Headed Gamer because I spell it that way, unlike most of the world. So GRAY Headed Gamer on Twitch. And stuff and things. I don't do much YouTube anymore. YouTube got stupid with their whole copyright crap and all, and every time I drop a little something on there, oh god, take it off and no monetization. It's like, screw you guys, I'm going home.
Right? I'm going to Twitch. Yeah. Jake, who are you, and what the fuck do you doing here? That's the question.
I mean, you have to answer the second question. That's nothing to do with me. Hi, I'm Jake. I am the community manager for Relay.sc. If you don't know what Relay.sc is we are a website dedicated to chronicling and transcribing and collating every single thing that comes out of CIG from now until the end of time. You can go to relay.sc to check out our website. We also have a podcast, as previously mentioned, on twitch.tv/relay_sc. That is at 2:30 Eastern, 11:30 Pacific. It's the one right before this one. It is the first show in SC Podsat.
Mm-hmm. I've dubbed that. I like it.
Yes.
I'm gonna get an artist to make us an official like logo and then like a schedule, because I know.
Yeah.
Trademark that.
Yeah, trademark that. So
Yeah. Also, I'm going to shill because Paul did it on my podcast, so I'm going to do it now.
Do it.
We just launched our merch. A lot of people have been asking to put our hot logo all over their bodies, so you can do so. I don't remember the exact link to the store itself, but if you go to relay.sc...
Help us, Fastcart.
Fastcart, is he here?
He's a moderator here. He should be here.
He better be here. He's fired.
Fastcart, where are you?
Fired.
I think he's mixing up some Kool-Aid right now. He'll be there.
Probably. So you can go to relay.sc. There's a button on the top of the page that says merch. Click on that, and there's all kinds of things: shirts, mugs, phone cases, onesies, whatever you want.
Baby onesies.
Onesies.
Yeah.
I want a relay onesie.
I mean, you won't fit in it. PhD.
What? You don't know me.
I mean, you can make the attempt.
Okay.
What about rompers? What
before-
about those new rompers for guys?
male rompers? Oh god, let's not get into that.
No.
CIG, we need male rompers. I'm just saying, in the game, we need that.
And we got a fist pump while we wear
Yes.
them?
Yeah, hold on. I gotta do this the
God.
right way. Hold on.
I'm quitting Star Citizen.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I gotta do it now.
Oh,
Yeah.
here it comes. Yeah.
With your romper on.
You gotta have the beer up while you do it too. That's the only way, so you know that the people know that you're drinking.
Yep.
Oh.
It's the only way.
Careful, guys. You get Paul drunk enough, Bro Zerker might.
Bro Zerker might come out.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
But yeah, relay, we're a thing. That's our slogan.
That's a great slogan.
Thing.
We're a thing.
Before we get to Nighthawk Sale, I do want to answer this question. When is 3.0 coming out? When the heat death of the universe happens, or tomorrow, one of those two. It actually is already out. It's only out for super secret special people who've subbed and dubbed. We don't know when 3.0 is coming out. Check this schedule report.
It's me and Nighthawk are the only ones allowed to play 3.0 right now.
Yeah.
No one else.
You're probably not gonna live through the day now. Someone will find you out there.
They're gonna order 66 here.
Yes. He's going to pee, guys.
He just ran.
The best part, he's got a wireless headset on, so he can hear all of this.
I know.
Nighthawk.
You bet your butt I can hear you.
Nighthawk. Who are you? What do you do in the Star Citizen community?
Yes, hello everyone. My name is Nighthawk Zale. I am primarily a Star Citizen streamer, content creator. You can find me mostly on Twitter. A little bit less these days on Twitch. I'm working on a new stream schedule with regimented content. I do a lot of creative work, and so I want to be able to share that with you guys. I'm doing 2 Star Trek projects, 2 different ship builds. I'm working on a tabletop game that's themed around Star Citizen called Traverse the Verse. And what else am I doing? Oh yeah, I started to learn how to play the harmonica.
Cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So that's my week, and that's who I am, and that's how you find me.
And I, of course, am always your space bartender here at the Astropub.
Nobody cares.
001, Batman, Golden Shower, Shelley, Esquire Jr. the Third.
Esquire.
What about Scatman? That's not a thing anymore?
I didn't poop on stream. I have to wait to poop on stream.
You had your chance.
I
You haven't
did.
stumbled over your own words and just sort of come up with a blah, 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 blah,
Blah, yet? No, not yet.
No?
Close, soon.
Skibby dibby dib yo dud up dip
We'll get that for him, but
yo dud up dip.
Exactly what you just said, yes.
So, for those of you guys who've never been here before, We're going to be talking Star Citizen. We may talk about the actual current events. We may just go on a wild ass fucking tangent because that's how we work here.
We went on a tangent about credit lines on the podcast earlier today. So if that's any indication to this podcast,
it still had something to do with Star Citizen, but like
a little bit.
We'll talk about the most recent news. But if we get something up our butt about something else, we're going to talk about it. So if you came here for the absolute latest news and information, you're getting the wrong fucking podcast. This is the kind of a fun podcast where we come together with the board gamer himself, the board gamer UK of YouTube fame, dubbed this podcast the Captain's Table. We don't know shit. That's the tag that he came up for us because we don't know shit.
What was this?
We don't know
why
shit.
The jellyfish? Why the jellyfish?
Cause
Wait a minute, you said board gamer?
Board gamer.
I don't know her. Never heard of her.
Never heard of her.
Wow. Shots fired.
Why would I board gamer?
Shots have been fired.
Board gamer. I hardly know her. Hey. Alternative fact stream. Yes, exactly. So the first thing
that's the Relay Station podcast.
Jesus Christ. The first thing I want to talk about is how did you guys enjoy this latest ATV? The lighting,
beautiful.
That 1 minute clip of totally not the Nostromo landing and totally not checking out the engineer ship or anything like that. You know,
that was beautiful though. That gives you a really good glimpse of the atmosphere we're going to see on. I mean, granted that was very scripted and all, but it had the feel that I want so bad.
You know what it had that I don't think I've heard any.
You broke up there. What's that?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, you're good.
Yes, we can.
Yes.
I haven't heard anyone mention this yet, but it was brought up in last week's ATV. They're working on derelicts.
Yes.
And in this cinematic, they showed us for the first time a Von Duel derelict.
Mm-hmm.
Very true.
So I'm hoping that at some point down the road, they actually give that to us in the PU, and it's not just human ships we come across.
There's I mean, not the it's not, it is a human ship, but in the newsletter this week they had the derelict Starfare, but not in space this time, on a planet. I thought that was fancy.
It's mighty fine looking.
Yeah.
For sure. But I mean, we I'm sure we all agree the last 6, 8 ATVs have been top notch. There might have been a couple that were a tad slower than others, but all in all, as far as content, this year's ATVs have been fucking amazing.
Mm-hmm. I think it's just because there's a lot more content that's being produced, just straight up. Like there seems to be someone has taken the training wheels off and just pushed them like really hard.
And it's something you gotta think about. It is less theory crafting now and more of, now that this is done, check this out.
The beds,
which
is a good example. Like the beds thing that they talked about on not only in ATV, but they also mentioned it on Spectrum. It was just like, this is how beds work.
Yep.
It's not someday. It's just how beds work. You know. Go ahead, Tex.
Yeah. I was going to say, I think it really comes down to the studio updates where they just stand in front of you and then just spout off all these things. And now they're starting to include more and more examples of it. So it's not just, a talking head, but they're also showing these things. And yeah, I mean, I think it's that. I think they're gelling as a company and really getting through some development. And so when they give those studio updates, they can actually talk about a lot more now. And you're just like, it's this 5-minute compressed segment where you're hit with 300 fucking things. And you're just like, wow, hey, you're getting some shit done.
Yeah.
So it's not even the primary feature of the ATVs is what's changed so much to me. It's more those updates.
I told Eric Kyron Davis, every time he comes in front of the camera, it's just like he approaches, he looks us deep in our eyes, his mouth just opens, and then rainbows just pour out of it.
That's
God.
how I see Brian Chambers when we have.
Yeah.
It's just you sit there and it's just this choir music starts playing and it's like,
he's Jesus.
Yes. Now I will say,
is Jesus.
Aaron on the other hand, who is awesome, he doesn't just spout. He just sits there and goes, and then this happened, and then this happened, and then but it keeps going. He doesn't stop. It's like, when are you going to stop? You're never stopping. Are you breathing? You keep listing things off just constantly in a line.
Wait.
Then we created this planet and this planet and this planet and this planet. Turned water into wine. We created this ship and this ship and this ship and this ship and this new character and this new character and this, and then we're going like he doesn't breathe.
So,
he just keeps going on the list.
Yep.
I think that what we're looking at also is a year's worth of hard work on the back end. You know, because they've had at least a year where they haven't been giving us much, because who wants to get reports every week? Okay, so we programmed code lines 17 through 26 this week and debugged 14 through 21, and we're working on most people are not interested in that. That's where even in these new shows they're really feeling slow. It's because they go down into those technical details.
Remember how they they were always saying all this work on the back end is going to pay off, and then we're going to show you all the shiny stuff. It's
most
happening,
of the tools
folks.
are done.
Yep.
It's
ready.
happening. We're seeing this.
Yep.
This has been the case for the last couple months now.
Yeah, and people were complaining about pipelines. They talked about pipelines and a pipeline for a pipeline and this and this and this, but that's what this is all about. Now that those pipelines are complete, the actual gameplay mechanics are going to start falling into place so much faster because of building the proper pipelines to get to the point they need to be at. Everything starts going faster. It really is advancing as far as the speed of releases of things. You know, like you're saying, redoing a ship used to take a year.
Yeah.
Now you're looking at 4 months or 5 months, and then soon it'll be 2 months.
I brought this up in the relay station as well. Is that they've broken it down so every single studio is working on 3 ships at a time, and they seem to be doing a new ship or redoing an old ship within 6 months. A ship takes about 6 months of them for completion, from beginning to end. And so if all of them, a
testament to this video that we saw, the Reclaimer is like I saw a bunch of comments oh, they shouldn't be working on these cinematics that don't really mean anything, mean nothing to the game. I'm like, guys, I don't know if you understand this, but what you were looking at was not pre-rendered.
Right.
No.
Game.
This is
game, man.
This is literally I might be talking out of my butt, and that's nothing new, I know. but I guarantee you that between the last time we had a probably within a few weeks, by the time they started preparing for this segment on lighting, that scene with the Reclaimer was made.
Yep. And I can go ahead and confirm something I know we don't normally do this, but I can actually confirm something. I talked to someone that works for CIG, and we were just having a conversation. Every single thing they show us is in the game engine. There is no cinematics as far as computer aided graphics and post processing. It is the game. And it was back when the Prospector, when they first showed the Prospector, and they went through the ship and they showed the outside and the wind blowing and all. And I was like, man, is that like a cinematic type? And he's like, dude, that's in the engine. They put it in the engine, and then they just put a camera to pan around. That's just the game.
Yeah.
So there's no pre-rendering. Everything is
right. No, it is just game. Basically, gameplay.
There's a difference between in engine and in game, but it's not much. What when you put it in engine, it's like if you take something pull Star Citizen assets out and put them into CryEngine. It's in engine, so you can see the assets and how they function. But the gameplay is more of the details. It's yeah, sure, the Reclaimer is in engine, and it works in engine. You can see some cool stuff, but it's not. We don't have the full functioning.
And let's be clear, there's not much difference when it comes to Star Citizen.
Yeah,
there's plenty of difference when it comes to other games, but in Star Citizen, it's almost 1-to-1.
Yeah.
Well, here's the deal: when you create that scene in engine, in order to film what they film and not have all the indicators of all the assets and the labels and stuff that appear in engine, you press Alt-G and it goes into game mode. Mm-hmm. Now that isn't compiled where you can actually upload it and everyone else download it and play it, but it goes into game mode, and it basically just just like you would be playing the game, except it's local on that machine. So in all actuality, in a roundabout way, it is basically the game. It's just not our version yet. So because otherwise you would have all the labels of all the assets, all the lights have little icons that float around everywhere to show you where the lights are, and you just hit Alt G, boom, you're in game mode. And like I said, technically it is not our game, but it is game mode. So I mean, it's not ours yet, but that's how it's gonna look when we do get it.
Yep.
Yeah.
That purdy.
Yep. So, anyways, yeah, no, sorry, Bumble. Like, I think you're wrong on this one. Essentially how it works is everything offline, even today in modern, like the current build. If you play the single player versions of the game, like the free flight, that kind of stuff, you get 60 plus FPS. You get something like 90 to 100 FPS. I think is when you get into the.
I'm getting just shy of 90 in drone sim.
The biggest issue with Star Citizen right now is not the game itself, it's the server and how the server loads in assets, which is why the streaming container stuff is important to be
absolutely
added in. That's what's going to change the FPS really dramatically, and allow for more players to come in. Is that point it's only loading in portions of the game you should give a shit about, not the full fucking thing and everybody on the map sort of thing.
And that's what I was saying too, Bumble, is it's not in game as far as us downloading it and playing it, but I spent about 1.5 years in CryEngine, the exact same CryEngine they were using to build Star Citizen with the exact same assets, and that's how I made all my videos. And it is absolutely in their game as far as what they have locally, their dev build and all. And you're right, until we can download it and play it, we can't for certain say this, that, and the other, but and the Jesus patch bullshit. Never mind. I'm not even gonna talk.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Troll harder,
Dude,
bro.
I see what you're doing.
Jesus patch bullshit. Yep. And I've already said this is not the Jesus patch. I said it on this show before. This is not the
There's
Jesus
no such
patch.
thing.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as a Jesus patch. That was some dipshit that thought it would be funny to call it a Jesus patch. We're gonna get performance increases throughout the patches.
Yep.
Do we have great
get
performance
better
now? Nope. But yeah, it'll slowly get better. There's not going to be a single patch that'll make this
Let me
the
tell
amazing
you
thing.
what. Back in my day,
Oh, God.
in the 2.0 PTU days,
Oh God.
let me tell you performance issues. You don't know nothing about performance issues.
Crash counters and timers. That's all I remember from that.
My crash counter on a 2-hour play session was over 100 times.
Over 9,000.
It was once every
get away
2
from
minutes.
Olisar.
Oh,
What about when Star Marine first came out? I remember I did something and I said I'm gonna take a sip of beer for every minute that we can play a Star Marine match before it crashes.
Oh God.
Because
How drunk
I was
were you?
comfortable
It
in
was
saying
horrible.
that because I usually only had to take one sip.
You wouldn't even get a drink. You're like, man, I want to get a buzz. Damn it.
I actually was confident that I wasn't gonna get drunk from that because you couldn't make it more than 30 seconds. So
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, performance. Dude, 3.0 is gonna be a shit show when it first drops.
Oh
so,
yeah. Don't
I'm
don't
just ready for the
expect.
crying.
Yeah, don't expect
Now-
this fucking amazing game to
Hey,
drop at 3.0. It's gonna be horrid,
Yeah,
but it's gonna be fun horrid.
I wanna take a sec because
Okay.
I was on it was on like the PC gaming subreddit or something, and I was talking to a lot of these people, and there's this guy. Here, hold on, let me find it. There's this guy who was talking about like how we're talking about like, oh, Star Citizen is this and it's taking forever to come out, it's taking forever to this patch to come out, everything's taking so long, like it's only getting delayed and delayed and delayed. And I responded, and I'm going to say what I responded with because I had a moment of clarity at like 2:30 in the morning, and I am a little bit too buzzed to say it coherently now from memory, so I'm going to read it. I see it all the time. People complain about no release date, and really, they're just upset because they do want to play the finished Star Citizen, but they're impatient. The thing is, Star Citizen suffers this criticism because we are literally watching the water boil. They are building something that has never been done before, and they built 4 game studios from the ground up to do it, and we're watching them do it. Comparing it to most other development cycles isn't really apples to apples, because most AAA games have studios built and staffed before the game enters production. When Star Citizen was announced in 2012, there were less than 10 developers. There are now over 400 in 4 different time zones. The reality is Star Citizen will take a long time to make, much longer than people expect, much longer than a lot of people are willing to wait, and much longer than the majority of video games take to develop. But the core mechanics, the flight and FPS that we have now, are great, in my opinion. Unpolished netcode on the FPS side makes it a little wonky, but the foundation is there. That's also because the netcode on this scale has also never been done before. Forget about Star Citizen if you feel this way. Let other people who are able to watch the water boil do so. Until then, there are so many other games out there. Play those. Eventually, Star Citizen will be here, and I have a feeling it's going to be pretty damn good.
Well worded.
Yeah. If you don't, Bumble, and other people out there, if you don't want to play the game, or if you're like, oh, this game's never going to come out, then
go away. Play other games.
There's plenty of good games. There's great games coming out.
Someday, you are going to see a headline on whatever gaming press junket you read that says Star Citizen has finally released.
Yeah.
Come back then.
That's fine. And if you can't wait,
and that's
it's not
okay.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that.
That's the best way to look at it. Some people are not made to watch a video game be developed. A lot of times you don't even hear about a video game until it's within, in its 4th year.
Yeah.
Maybe, and you've only got about a year left to go. And then they say, oh, by the way, such and such is coming out. And then they allow people to join in and play the beta, help bug hunt and stuff. We're starting from the fucking beginning. So, I mean, and I get it. I get the frustration from a lot of people. But like Jake said, like everyone said, just take a break, walk away, play a great game.
Your frustration is rooted in your impatience.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
and
rooted in it.
I will say this: I think a lot of people called that 3.0 that they announced in December wasn't going to be ready until the end of the year. We all kind of came to realize that when
they came halfway.
Yeah, but we also knew that CIG wasn't going to release nothing until the end of the year because that would have been stupid. And so they decided to do in many ways, listen to the community and break up the patch 3.0 into 3 patches. Because a lot of us have been saying that's going to be too much. The game's not going to be functional with that size.
Yeah.
Our impatience is rooted from a heap of fake promises.
Uh-huh.
Troll harder, bro!
Oh, jeez.
You can't break a promise that hasn't happened yet.
The best part about this is these guys are here and they're talking and they're discussing. They may say the same points, but at the end of the day, I have 105 people here. And they're adding to that numbers. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you
for coming by and hanging out, guys.
Welcome to the captain's table.
Yeah,
we appreciate your presence. Thank you for your ad revenue.
Please follow all these people and watch them, and troll them too, because I'm sure they'd love to see your views. Because your views hurt us so hard. They just
it hurts.
It hurts us. It hurts us.
In the meantime, Star Citizen just crossed $150 million.
Yes.
What have you done with your life?
Trolled
hard. Trolled hard. Sorry. Jake is triggered as fuck right now. But
I'm a little drunk.
He's also a little drunk.
Great. Have fun tonight, man. May all the luck in the world be with you.
I'm going to be babysitting. You know what I'm going to do? Yep. I'm going to go in. I'm going to bang like 3 or 4 beers before I even start the show because I can't go in sober. I'm going to have to go in as well.
And they're still here. I love you guys. Thank you so much for sticking around. Please ask more trolling questions. Too. Yeah. So
you don't have to buy them.
Concept ships. You don't have to buy them.
No, I do have. I talked about this.
You don't have to buy Star Citizen.
Yeah.
It's okay if you don't like it.
Jake,
no way.
Jake, calm down. Calm down, drunk Jake. Calm down. You can't eat your microphone this time. You can still try.
Oh my God. Don't ever tell Jake he can't do something. He won't do it.
Nest, Paul.
He won't do it, man.
I already talked about it in the relay station, so I'm not gonna go over it extensely. Please do watch.
Go watch our show if you want to.
It's on YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, go watch it. It's from February 20th.
Sorry,
May 20th. No, but it's true because I don't want to like go into in depth because I'm sure a lot of people who are watching there are watching here as well. My biggest
I appreciate that you think we have fans.
my biggest issue with the concept sales is more of comes around the idea that they don't have a clear defined roles. Like a bomber is a bomber, yes, but what is a bomber supposed to do? Is it only capital ships? Can it take on bigger ships? Is it a missile boat? Is a missile boat the same as a bomber? Can bombers do like? That's just some questions they haven't really come up with, but or can come up to the answers with. But also things like interceptors and what's an interceptor versus a light fighter versus a heavy fighter? How do you define them? Give us some sort of guidelines for that because that helps for future balance. That's my biggest issue is that they come up with concept ships for stuff that hasn't in the game and they have no idea about it, and then. The risk is that they break it at the end of the day. Like, at the end of the day, the ship comes out and it's broken and it doesn't do what it's supposed to do in the first place. You have, like, the Cartu Wall and the Cutlass are both examples of that, where people just raged because it wasn't what they thought it was going to be, and they had to deal with it. It would save a lot of
I thought
pain
you weren't going to get into it, Paul.
I'm not. I'm just doing the basic stuff. I'm covering the basics. They raged, and shut up.
And Paul, here's something that I've said on a few of my streams before too. Someone will come on stream and they'll be like, "Oh, well, all they do is they make spaceships, sell them, and make money." You do not have to buy a single concept ship. You can buy a single starter package and be good. Mm-hmm. But it's kind of like a company designing a racing game. Let's say Gran Turismo, and they start creating cars. And they create hundreds and hundreds of cars. And people are like, well, you got enough cars. Make the damn game. Well, the cars are what the game is based on. So they have to design and build a lot of cars. Star Citizen is based around spaceships. And they have to have lots and lots of spaceships. Bringing out concept ships do not in any way, shape, or form slow down the release of any game mechanics because the ship artists are not making the cargo system. The ship artists are not making the AI.
Every artist is a programmer, okay?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Every artist, across the board.
I forgot about that.
Jesus, man.
I forgot about that.
Having 9 pregnant women doesn't make the baby come faster.
Nope. Well, and that's one of the reasons why we've had a slowdown is that getting 400 people up to speed takes a lot of time. And having 400 people right now, probably maybe 70 to almost 100 of them are probably within last 6 months have been hired. And as anyone knows, who I forget what the name is, Brooks Law, I think is what it is that adding more people to the to a project already in progress doesn't speed up the process, but
it slows it down a little bit.
It slows it down actually, and yeah. I would argue the Shelley addendum to that, which is it will increase it over time, but it'll have the initial slowdown. So eventually it goes up. But it takes time after that project that they've been adapted and all that kind of stuff that stuff will come back up.
Paul, Bumble brought up a good point that it's really shitty marketing. I mean, it's only made the company $150 million. It's a horrible marketing plan.
Also on top of that, apparently, and this is just, and I've actually had arguments with people because I myself don't necessarily like the idea, but it fucking works. Like
it worked.
No. I mean, like, think about this. The Eclipse is the best-selling concept ship CIG has ever released. It's sold more units in shorter amount of time than any other concept ship out there. This is according to Nakara, who I trust because the dude lives in the numbers.
Yep.
He lives in the numbers.
What I'm curious about is when did we get to the point where a company that exists to make money is now cash grabbing just because they're selling their product? I've never understood that. Like, hey, they're a business. Of course they're gonna sell fucking ships. That's what businesses do.
But Texas
they fucking make money.
Texas. Last year Verizon made a couple $1 billion. I think we should all get our cell phones for free this year because they've already made money.
Yeah.
They do have enough money. You're right.
All right.
Yeah, we should have free cell phones.
This stems from a fundamental this stems from a fundamental problem of gaming, not just like people overall, but gamers tend to be, and I teach economics for a living, so the thing to understand is
you teach everything.
I do.
Let's be real.
I do actually, but gamers tend to be poor consumers because they don't do a lot of research on their products. They also don't do. They're much more prone to impulse buying than anybody else, and they're much more influenced by like hype, by product marketing. So there's a lot of
And they all want
more.
to be on a level playing field too, and they get pissed off if somebody else has something more than them.
Yeah.
And especially if they bought that with cash, and so they have something more than them.
Yeah, no, and
That's how it is.
It has to do a lot to do with like the mentality. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of people out there who don't understand that these companies are designed, like, for instance, people complain about microtransactions all the time in gaming. They do. And the problem is they work. People buy into them. People are like, oh, they suck. It's like, if they sucked, they wouldn't work. But they work. Like, if they work, why would they do anything else? And so people are like, well, I don't like concept sales. I don't, blah, blah, blah. This is bad. But what influences them for them to stop doing it? They're making money. And at the end of the day, when they get more money, they feel like they have a better chance of making their product. So why stop them? And if you really want to support the game and say, hey, I want this game to be made, and stuff, why stop? Why ask them to stop? You don't have to purchase it yourself. Other people will do that. Yeah. So long as people are like educated in terms of what they're purchasing, there's no problem with that. So long as they do research.
I am a huge Star Citizen fan, as you guys probably know. Mm-hmm. I haven't bought a ship in I don't know how long. And it's not because I don't like their marketing technique. It's not that I think they have enough money. It's just I have a few ships and I'm happy with it. I see some that come out like the Eclipse. I thought it was beautiful. I'm not a fighter guy, but god damn, that's a beautiful ship. But I'm like, no, I can't afford to get a ship right now, and I don't want to spend the extra money. I'm not mad that they're selling it, but I don't need another ship. And there's probably a million other people following Star Citizen that didn't buy a ship. But there are people out there that want every single ship, and they want to buy ships, and they want ship sales. Is it going to make everyone happy? Nope. Does that matter? Nope. Nothing in this world is going to make everybody happy, and you choose how to accept it. You can either say, well, that's really not for me. Or you can come on, Twitch and be like, oh, they're a scam. Shit like that. So it's all comes down to the individual. It's working. It's making money. People coming on and constantly trying to
$1 million in 48 hours. Yeah. That's obviously working.
It's definitely. I give it 90 days. Yeah, they're gonna go bankrupt. This is a scam.
Yep. No, I have 45 days really.
Yeah, 45.
I'm throwing that out there. 45. Actually, 15. 15 days. CIG won't exist anymore. Done.
ELE.
90 days tops.
Now talking about less this stuff, I feel like it's important because that ties directly into like the CCU stuff, and I don't want to cover the CCU stuff mostly because it doesn't matter. Like people are like, I'm angry about CCUs, but it doesn't matter. It's been handled. Who cares? Like
I'm gonna rage on CCU
discussion.
tonight.
I'm gonna start an LTI.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna rage tonight on the CCU shit. Me and Jake are gonna it's gonna be straight
tune in
up FCCU, man.
Tune in to Not So Sober Saturday tonight. See, this is why we got to coordinate with the different podcasts, so they force people to watch all of them on YouTube afterwards.
Yes.
So they have to fuck. I want to hear this discussion, but I have to hear it at this.
It's not even going to be a discussion. I am going to go at all these whiny motherfuckers like no one's business, baby. I'm going to have a few beers and I'm going to lose some followers. I'm telling you right now. I'm so fucking tired of these entitled little bitches. But I'm sorry. That's later.
It's fucking ridiculous, dude. It really is. Like, get over it. Jesus Christ, man.
But it's not how I want it.
Hey, Paul.
Right, I'm gonna stop.
Paul.
I won't go there with you.
I assume you don't allow slurs in your chat, do you?
Racial slurs?
Only if when you're drunk.
Slurs about sexual orientation.
Not either. No.
Okay, good. Just want to make sure.
Ah, okay. I did.
I got it.
Okay. You got him? Okay.
Yeah.
Jake on top of things.
Cool. Good. But yeah, no, it's a situation where if you can come on here and troll all you want, if you want to use lazy troll tactics like racial, homophobic, or any of those kind of slurs, you can get out. You need to learn to troll better, bro.
Yeah, and good trolls are actually fun.
They're fun to play with. They're really fun. Yeah. But
yeah, bad trolls. they get aggravated and they start, saying stuff that they shouldn't say, then it's like, dude, we had something good going,
Why
and you had to go there.
You had to go there. But
Drunken slurs, yes, that's acceptable.
drunken slurs is okay. Just
But I swear to God, if that's what I thought he was talking about at first, I was like, yeah, so go ahead and slur, man. Okay, that's cool. Fuck it.
No, the actual harmful kind of slurs.
I got you.
Yeah.
If slurs were not allowed on this podcast, I would have been banned a long time ago.
Moving on to other discussions, specifically, we talked about the beds, which I think is important to bring up because it's a good thing to talk about in terms of how they're finishing up core concepts, and that they're no longer playing around with the what ifs bullshit. This is happening kind of now, as well as it sounds like a lot of the thought has been going into how to deal with the clown car issue with ships, as well as dealing with the NPC abuse. People like over abusing like how many NPCs they can put in a ship and use and all that kind of thing. So
Yep.
Yeah.
is that
Oh
it?
man, don't even get me started on Mass Effect chat. Don't even get me started.
Oh, Mass Effect Andromeda. Oh god.
But when they put that in Spectrum now, say four people in a freelancer, you got 4 beds, you all go to sleep, you all log out.
Mm-hmm.
Did they say that your ship is then logged out as well, and then you log back in that same position, or does it go to safe harbor like they were talking about in the early days?
No, so I think the way that they've described it, and I think it's confusing because you have to kind of put up what they have actually said before and combine it together, is that everyone's in a freelancer, if you have 4 people on a freelancer, all of them are in the bed, and you've landed it on a planet, after a few minutes, your ship will log out. It'll disappear, just to prevent like combat loggers.
Right.
And then when one of you logs back in, the ship reappears on the planet where you left it, and then you can continue to fly, even with those 4 people in the ship. You're still in the beds.
And they're still in the beds, like sleeping.
Yeah.
Here's my question. What if we're discussing larger ships, something say like Caterpillar, Karak, Endeavor? The Caterpillar is a really good example. It's got 2 different sets of bunks in 2 different locations on the same ship.
Yeah.
What if you're pulling shifts? What if you have 2 different crews? So you're actually cycling through those bunks. Like, let's say you've got a crew in Australia in one time zone, and you've got another crew in Europe in another time zone, and you've got a third crew here in the States. Like, if you coordinate it in such a way, can you keep the ship going?
Yeah.
Because all those people have the appropriate accessibility to the various locations and consoles and such. So can we just keep the ship alive the whole time, and we're just logging in and logging out by shift?
Yeah.
Would that work?
So long as there's enough beds, that's all that matters. And the bed works in terms of like a safe logout point where you can always come back to it. If you log out without the bed, you still log out and you're still standing there, but an NPC will take over your body and find a bed. Like that's, and if they can't find a bed, then they find a ship so they can fly back to safe harbor.
So here's my next question then. If you're going to be running a full crew and you're doing multiple shifts and items 2.0 is in place already, and we're at a state where we're now having to account for oxygen on board and food on board, so on and so forth, the survival needs, because they have said ships are going to come with X amount of oxygen. So yes, there may be 2 assigned crew positions and there are seats for 6, but if you have 6 people going, then you can only fly so far because you're going to run out of oxygen before you run out of fuel, so on and so forth. We don't know how that's going to work. So is that going to somehow affect how we're able to use the beds, how we're able to crew up the ships, so on? I think too far ahead. So.
Yeah, I think it will. I think it will actually.
Interpretive dance, by the way, guys.
Where did this hypothetical question begin? Hey, Matt. Well, we've been talking about the actual mechanics that was discussed on Spectrum by Matt Sherman and Calyx. We're talking about how hot bunking would work, or how bunks would work in the game. How the question basically is, if you have a continuous player crew running on the same ship and you never have to stop, how does that affect the other things? And I think what it does is it makes your ship wear down faster, like a car. You keep constantly drive a car, eventually it'll wear down to the point where you have to fix it or replace stuff in order to keep it going. And That makes sense. It means that the more you operate it, the more it's going to have wear and tear. The more wear and tear, the more.
That's more gameplay for players.
Yeah,
and the
exactly.
Engineering crew.
So you can have
More to think about, too.
your Scotty or your Kaylee, they're screaming at the captain because they needed to replace that fucking.
Kaylee doesn't scream at Mal. Just saying.
Okay. She politely,
She would advise him of the low oxygen, and then he would tell her that they got a job to do, so she better make some more damn oxygen.
Yeah.
And she'd say, "It's all shiny, Captain. It's all shiny," and she can make oxygen. Or have sex in the engine room. One of the two. I'm not sure.
One of the two.
Taking the oxygen.
That's my point. Is that like it'll create those points where like you had to replace this part 4 jumps ago, but you just didn't have the money because you hadn't. That's the kind of situations you can run into.
It's gonna be beautiful.
It adds a lot of depth, really.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's depth to your decisions and your choices and how things play out.
Does your character
I
appear
like
in the
it.
bunk when you're not online? Yes. If long as that ship is present in the universe, your character will still be in the bunk. Now, the one interesting thing that people brought up, which I think is a pretty easy fix, is that what if you do if, say, I get my alt character and I hop on Gray's Starfarer, his Bearfarer, and I take up a bunk and I never could log back in. And I think the answer to that is pretty simple. Gray finds a port and dumps me at the port. Because
you know what happens when dudes fall asleep first at a party? We'll probably draw on you with a permanent marker first. We'll shave one eyebrow, then we'll dump you off at port.
Yeah. Because it's pretty easy, and you can easily tell your friend who's gone on a business trip, who's passed out in your freelancer, dude, we had a job to do, we needed somebody else, so we dropped you off at Korea or where you're Al-Asar or something like that, and just that you'll wait when you can log back and you'll be at Al-Asar, rather than.
I see lots of trolling coming from this, and I like it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Can't wait.
And I love it.
Shanghai people. Yeah, I think it's gonna be.
Yeah, so much just popped in my head.
Knock someone out, drag them on your ship, throw them in the bunk. You're now my crew.
What we're trying to say is never get in a ship with anyone on this cast. Not a good idea.
You will wake up naked somewhere. Just saying.
I like being naked.
Is that like dumping you outside a hospital with missing kidney? Yes, Matt. That's exactly right. Please make it
if
so.
I dumped you outside my hospital, I hope you'd be in an EVA suit.
Yeah. Jake's okay, dudes. Life lessons. Okay.
Oh man, this reminds me of I had an Altus Life server back in the day, and I custom scripted something in where you could get somebody drunk, and then they would pass out, and you could take their kidney, and they'd wake up outside of the hospital just with no clue what happened because their screen was black the whole time.
Beautiful.
And, just be missing a kidney and be slowly dying. Yes, Star Citizen, can we please take kidneys?
Kidneys or bust.
Could I pay directly with my kidneys?
Only
I
one.
love how this guy who I banned from the chat is still harassing me in chat because he thinks I'm a single man.
All the single Jakes.
All the single Jakes.
All the single
Jakes. No. I gotta
Texas. Are you married?
Thanks. Am I married? No, I am not.
You're the only one on this stream that isn't
married. He's also at the head of the table. He does have.
I'm okay. I'm happy this way.
Strong and independent who doesn't need no woman. Yes, exactly.
He can make his own grilled cheese sandwiches.
So the next, we're heading up on
Kidney
the
System 2.0.
Kidney System 2.0 confirmed.
It's in the pipeline right now. It's not complete yet, but it's coming.
It's coming. Guarantee. It's gonna be absolutely. It's gonna be glorious. It's gonna be the fidelity in that thing is gonna be ridiculous.
So much immersion.
Fidelity, immersion.
Absolutely. You just don't want my liver.
No, it's barely functioning.
On the black
it's
market,
barely functioning.
Credits.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, that's not true. I have an Endeavor. I'll take your liver.
Clone your liver. Clone an army of Texas skulls who can't hit.
Just filter everything out, resell it.
Somebody's gonna want some more.
You're gonna need a strong filter.
Hey, you don't know what the Banu like.
Flavored liver.
That Banu aphrodisiac right there. Human drunk liver. There,
Marinated.
Oh man.
Marinated in whiskey. It's a good liver.
Oh God.
So if you guys are here and hanging out and you're interested in asking any of us questions, be they serious, ridiculous, or trolly, please do! Exclamation point questions.
I want the trolley questions.
I will give Jake the trolley questions because
Yeah.
Jake is drunk enough right now that he could probably handle them in a way that is both funny and stupid. So that's that's,
Let's be clear. You're gonna get one of those things. Funny is not one of them. Just stupid.
We've come to expect that from you, Jake. It's fine. Okay, stream's over. Thanks
Yep,
for
we're
joining
done.
us, guys.
sorry.
Yes.
Oh,
Sorry, I was dealing with the guy
Oh
who came
man,
back.
I already timed him out once. I'm gonna just ban him. Okay.
I've already banned him.
Oh, I thought I only saw a timeout.
It's a it's 15-minute timeouts. You can ban him if you want.
Okay, I'm gonna ban him.
Okay.
try hard trolls back.
Again,
I know.
please try harder, guys. Try harder.
I know.
Just try so much harder.
You, Nikolai.
You're bad.
You know what kills me is trolling is
Bumble. Bumble is the
Trolling is-
top tier troll.
He's a good troll. Yeah, he's
a good troll.
he
Yeah,
doesn't
'cause he
does-
doesn't cross the line.
No.
No.
He's just,
he does the one thing I will
Licks
say.
the line.
He gets
He
really
sees the
close
line,
to it, and he does like to repeat every so often, which is kind of a lazy troll tactic. Never repeat
Yeah,
yourself.
it's a little lazy. He's not bad yet. It's
No.
a little lazy. Do some research.
Yeah.
there's a couple trolls on Reddit that are actually really good, and
Yes.
I have actually started periodically, not every time, but a lot of times I will actually upvote their trolly response just because it's
Yeah.
witty as hell.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? That's what I want to
Oh,
hear.
that's excellent.
yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, damn,
That's how
funny.
we know. That's how we know this game is successful.
Oh yeah,
Good trolls.
there's a whole army.
Good trolls.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're starting to see the good ones come out of the woodwork.
The wheat is
Yeah.
being filtered from the chaff. Is that
Yep.
what you're trying to say? You know.
Yes. Yes.
So the first question comes from Nikolai. Oh, by the way, we're not CIG developers. Apparently, we're all CIG shills, except for
Speak for
Jake.
yourself.
Except for Jake Acapella, who is apparently a CIG developer because he's been quoted as such by many reputable online news establishments.
It's
They
true.
have
It is
sources.
true.
It's true.
They have sources.
Yeah.
It's true. According to the press, I am a CIG employee.
The first question comes
Again,
from
though, don't put me in this bucket because remember they want me dead. I am no such shill. They got a hit.
They have a hit
Oh,
out of text.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I may not be here one day, guys. I may be streaming, and then all of a sudden the screen goes black.
Luckily, underscore is the one
Jaylee,
in
kill me.
charge. I say, luckily, underscore and Jaylee are the ones who are trying to kill Tech. So he's got like a good 60 years before they finally figure out how to shoot a gun. Come at me.
Oh, I love it.
The first question comes from Nikolai, who says, "How old is everyone on a scale from Jake to Gray? Jake being about 14, Gray being about 90, Commander Z-Man being in the middle."
I want you all to go first because I want to know if any of you are younger than me.
I'm 30. So
Tech
No, Paul, that's an improper scale.
I
I believe it was from Jake to Gray.
from Jake to Gray, I'm bad news Baron. That's what I am. I'm bad news Baron.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
But for real though, I want to know.
I already said 30.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's 30, man.
Text.
I'm 30.
you're also 30.
I'm 30.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, you were ambiguous enough to where there was a small chance you were younger than me.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, dude, if I shave the beard, oh man.
You
it's-
probably look
Yeah,
12.
that's what I was
do.
saying.
Yeah, I do. I look 12 if I shave this beard. So.
Nighthawk.
Yep, that's his age.
Yep.
Yep.
Understood.
I
Not
am.
confirmed.
Nighthawk
I am-
is Ben Lesnick age, so
Give or
I
take.
am
Yeah.
25 years old. 25.
I have shoes.
that
Just
are,
saying.
that are
You
older.
got
than-
shoes.
I have a pair of Doc
Dude, he
Martens.
buys some new shoes.
Nuh-uh. I bought a pair of Doc Martens my senior year in high school, and with Doc Martens, you can actually go get them refinished, resold. They're from the actual English Doc Martens that I ordered out of a magazine, I still have those, and that was well over 25 years ago when I bought those.
I have my ID right here. If you guys don't believe me.
I would hesitate to show that.
I'd hesitate to show that online. Yeah.
There we go.
Think the picture.
There it is. 1021.
Amazing.
Oh, you can see my picture. You want to see my picture? It's bad.
Oh, it's
look at
fantastic. Fantastic there.
So
So if
I'm
item,
all shiny.
He was excited to get his license too. He's like,
so if item,
No, see, this was my alcohol
See the screen
license.
anymore.
This is my alcohol
See the
license. This is my alcohol license. So you bet your butt I was excited to get it.
So the next question comes from
Literally going to the bar after this.
Nikolai, who asks again. So
Didn't
thoughts
learn
about
this.
thoughts about the Eclipse has size 9 torpedoes and only size 2 guns, and why is MISC the best Star Citizen company ever? Gray.
that would be because of the Freelancer mainly.
Best
But
answer.
you could also toss in the whole series to increase the amazingness of the amazing. If you carry the 2 and add the 1, and then it just all makes more sense.
Oh,
The
you
science.
forgot to multiply it by the power of Endeavor.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Well, I'm not that advanced in the maths,
Yeah.
so I don't do square roots of endeavors.
Got it.
Because with the whole equation thing, you got to flip the denominator. No, I just don't. I'm still
Man.
working on my equation.
I got too much beer in me. That's just like.
Oh god.
I lost you halfway through that.
Well, it was totally serious, and that was like that's there's a level above college math, and that's the math that we're using. It's like robotic AI math.
In terms of like the Eclipse having size 9 torpedoes and only size 2 guns, it's a bomber.
Yeah, it makes sense
Yeah.
to me.
It's not a fighter. It has size
Bomber.
2. It has size 2 guns to maybe defend itself against an Aurora.
That's how it works.
It's also a stealth bomber. It's not supposed to be fighting. It's supposed to launch
Yeah.
its missiles and get out before anyone knows it's there. That's
You should
surprised they
just
even
see,
put
you should just
those
see
two on
missiles.
yeah.
You should just see missiles appear out of nothing, and
Yeah.
then you're like, "Oh boy, missile!" And then
Yeah.
you're dead.
Like that pirate interest.
Oh,
Oh my god!
you need it.
I wouldn't be surprised if the torpedo sizes change
Yeah, of course they will.
over the course of the QAs.
Of course. This
Yeah,
is-
balance, man. It's all
This
balance.
is-
Well, no, I mean, because they're telling us it's size 9, but don't each missile size category only go up 4 levels? And if that's the case, then how is it rated a size 9? Is this something that they're putting out based on the older item system? It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Because
Who knows?
doesn't the Retaliator also have size 9s?
It
I don't
does.
think that the Eclipse is going to be able to carry the same size 9 torpedoes that the Retaliator carries. So that's...
Depends on who's making
don't
it.
know.
It's made by Manchester.
Yeah. It'll just get bigger.
If it's Manchester, it's just
It'll
going to get
get
bigger. Yeah.
Yeah. they will make it fit.
Yeah.
They will make this happen.
We're building the entire ship around the size 9 torpedo.
Now, what I'm wondering too now, don't
Going
forget,
out of
is,
bathroom.
like the size of the motors, the TR5, TR6, and stuff like that. That doesn't denote that the actual engine or the motor is actually bigger, massive. It's the thrust it produces.
Massive.
So different tech. Yeah.
Massive.
So
Don't worry.
depending on the production methods and stuff they use, it could be a smaller weapon with more firepower, and then so it could possibly carry a smaller torpedo as far as size, but still have the same punch. Because I talked to some of the guys at CIG when they were doing the Hull series, because I was trying to learn more about the engines, and they said the TR is the thrust rating. It's not, and I don't mark me as like totally confirmed that but that's the power
Confirmed.
the engine produces, not the actual like
Size
girth
of the engine.
of
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
It's how-
let's.
It's
you know,
not about the
could be that.
size of the boat. It's the motion of the ocean.
Is that what she told you?
That is absolutely what she told him. He is just
Hey, you
lived
know
by
what?
that.
She's married to me, so
She has to be nice. I got
She has
you.
to
I got you.
Next question comes from Renegade Shank at Astropub. Romper with or without vest? With
Oh,
vest.
jeez.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
man, romper with a vest.
With
be
a
nice.
vest.
no
With a vest.
romper, only vest.
Only vest. That's for the sexy calendar that we're going to be doing later. You know, that's
Only vest.
Oh my god.
Jake, you have
short-
the drunk shakes. So you're like,
I do. No, it's because the armrests of my chair like fold out this way. So I was trying to push myself up, and it went like this, and I'm like, oh god.
How did it go?
Like this.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Let me say.
Again, good luck to you, Gray.
Yeah, it's only gonna get worse.
'cause
Or better.
He's got
Or
better.
Yeah.
He's got what, 6 hours to get better.
Yeah, I'm just gonna play a bunch of Prey and like have it sober myself up from like cups turning into monsters, you know. So, and then I can start anew.
Next question comes from Darth Spock, who asks, Spook. I think it was a Spock or Spook, because that's 1-0. Spock is 1-0,
That
right?
is Spock.
Yeah, okay.
Is it a CK?
No, just a K.
It's still Spock.
Yeah. Darth Spock, who asks, 3.0
Spook would have a umlaut.
was when the Crusader system was to be opened up. Lately, however, it seems more talk about the moons and other planets. Will the entire be there at the start of 3.0 as plans been put back to 3.1 or later? See, this is the thing. It's that not a lot of people have been following the schedule report, so they don't know that when they released the schedule report, they actually changed what 3.0 is going to be. Go ahead, Jay.
Yes. So if you haven't seen it, I'm posting the link in chat because everybody, I typed Spectrum like an idiot, because everybody needs to see it. This is their current internal production schedule that they have made. It's not internal anymore; it's external. So you can see exactly what's going on, not only for the next upcoming patch, but across the board for the rest of 2017
and even in 2018.
Yeah, a little bit into 2018
Possibly,
as well.
yeah.
So check that out. But yes, it's only going to be the moons on Crusader. We are getting Delamar and Levski, or just
Levski landing zone in
Delamar and
Delmar.
Levski.
Yeah, which is a separate planet.
Nyx is the thing I don't say because there's no Nyx.
Yeah, no, Delmar Levski is going to be in Nyx when Nyx actually becomes a system, but it's not in yet.
Yeah.
So that will be there. But yeah, that's it.
And it's not the planets that are holding it up; it's the landing zones because my favorite studio, Behavior, is working on their own game. So they are not. That's a large hunk of artists not working on landing zones now. So the planets, we've seen the planets. The planets are good to go. It's the landing zones that are not. So
yeah,
and the
landing zones is the big thing. Is that those are the key points for 3.0 because they need to be able to interact with the economy. As well as to test out all of the other like little parts of that, and they didn't start their landing zones until very recently because Behavior left very recently. So they had to hire new people for it.
And that being said, it's not to say that they threw out Behavior's work because it's still going to be there. It's why that stuff is still coming out this year. But they basically had to build an environment team from the ground up because a lot of that stuff was being handled by Behavior. And they basically got to the point at the end of the contract where they fleshed out a lot of stuff, but it definitely was not done yet. But they decided not to renew the contract because Dead by Daylight is a thing.
Yep.
So
that's the thing a lot of people don't understand is Behavior makes their own games.
They have 3 or 4 games. They have Dark Crusade, Warhammer 40k, Dark Crusade, and Dead by Daylight, and they're competing against Ilphonic of all people for the horror game genre. Since Ilphonic's coming out with Friday the 13th, the game, so 2 former Star Citizen contractors are making competing games right at the same time, which is I assume
kind of funny.
Is assuming why his Behavior is actually like we need to fucking put our shit into gear and actually try to beat them.
Yeah.
That being said, Dead by Daylight is really fun, and you should go check it out. But yeah, they've had to rebuild, and they have a pretty decently sized environment team right now, actually.
A new studio for it too.
Yep. So so they are working on that now, which is why it's on the production schedule.
But that's also the reason why, for instance, Levski's coming first, because Levski was already pretty much built before.
Yes. They just basically they had to make it when they initially showed us Levski. it was built under the old system where we did not have procedural planets. The work that they've been working on most recently is to make Levski work in the procedural planets.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
So-
don't listen to the asshat on the internet that says planets don't work. We already know they work.
Yeah.
It's the landing zones.
It's the landing zones. Yep.
It's. I mean, and
The internet has no asshats, guys. No.
Oh, that's right. What am I saying?
it's the thing is it's the difference between saying, because the planet, you could probably land on those planets. They probably have them in some state.
Oh yeah.
But it's landing on a planet is boring as fuck if you have nothing to do. It's No Man's Sky. It's like, yeah, great, you have this huge planet, but there's like 4
And
things
guess
you can do on
what?
it.
Star Citizen really to be.
Does not want to be
No
No
Man's
Man's
Sky.
Sky. Exactly. So number, let's see. Next question is from Nikolai again. He asked, "Who wants to smuggle flying spiders and vandal puppies with me?"
That would be crotch spiders and anus puppies.
Yes, and
That was fucking beautiful, right? Watching Lando just
did
drop
it
out of his
again.
chair. That was
Again.
beautiful.
Did
And
he?
you know what? That's not coincidence. That's how it works. And I think they're sitting there going, "We know what's going to happen."
Yeah.
You know, John's sitting there going, "Here we go. You want to see a size comparison? Okay, let's put a human in here. Boop.
Yeah.
Puppy penis."
Jeez.
It was fucking beautiful.
It was so beautiful. It's so beautiful. They're gonna do it every time, so it's gonna be less beautiful every time. She'll be like, "Oh, look, another crotch monster. All Star
Right.
Citizen monsters are crotch monsters. Get used to it." Star Citizen's literally space Australia. Everything is going after your penis. You know.
But yeah, you know what though? This one was unbelievably well placed
because of the butt hanging out the butt. Yeah.
Yes, and even the dog
Yeah,
muzzle
was in
with
the
the
right.
bulge.
Yeah.
I was like, oh god, that looks too much like. Oh, and he turned it around real quick, like, oh, let's take that off stream, and then all of a sudden there's a dog.
Dog
out there.
hanging the butt.
You couldn't have planned it better.
Oh
I'm
my
sorry.
god.
It's so
I didn't even
good.
see that until last night while I was streaming and someone linked it for me. Oh my god. Just greatness.
I do like that they're embracing it because even Xylo is like, I'm putting this on Twitter. You know.
Yep.
NVIDIA 101 asks, have you heard if they're talking about implementing hangers soon? I don't see that on the scheduler. No.
On what on the scheduler?
Wait, you blocked.
You cut out.
Hangers on in 3.0. Like in the
Definitely
in
not on
Universe.
3.0.
Not until after probably this year.
It is on the schedule, I think, if I remember right.
Well, not on the one they're showing us, but yeah, it's.
Oh, I thought it was on the big one.
It might be, but it's not till the end of the year. I think it's.
Am I wrong?
It's connected
I'm
to
not-
It's strictly connected to the streaming container system because it's the same. In order for it to work, the streaming container system needs to work. So the mega map needs to work in the PU for them to connect them two together, because otherwise everyone has to load in everybody's hangers and nobody wants to fucking that.
Bristol, I think he means like have it like be a
In
cohesive
universe.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
I think
on
they're
your-
redoing them first.
yeah.
Yeah, getting all your bros to hang out in a single hangar is gonna be neat. I think.
It's gonna be
I
awesome.
think it will. It will.
Yeah, because I'm gonna go to Texas hangar and break shit.
Yeah.
No, please. I'll do it on my own.
Or how about just drop a grenade in the middle? You're like, hey, everybody, come over here and look at this, and everyone
Well,
comes
like,
over
as-
there and
as-
just drop a grenade at your feet.
As Papa Dovak always asks, are you team bat or team knife? Because I'll be team bat when all day in a hangar taking bats to things because that's
I'm
just
team
fun.
gun.
Make
You're
sure
team,
to
you're team gun.
put away all of your Pujisi
I'm
displays,
team-
put away your trophy cases.
Yep.
I'm team naked.
Out
Nobody wants to deal with a naked person.
No.
of curiosity, why
No.
didn't you join Pantsless and Pachinki then?
Yeah, you got to join
Yes.
us in Pants.
That's kinda right up your alley, dude.
I've been telling you. I tweeted at you like, "Yo, we need some people for Pantsless Pachiki."
You're like, yeah.
And I tweeted the gif of Gwen Stefani being like, "Yo, this person here," and nothing.
All right, Sunday, us,
Yes.
Pachinki.
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
What time?
7:30 my time, 9:30 Central. So 10:30 your time.
Jesus. Okay, never mind.
Is that morning or
Evening.
That is evening.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Jesus. I was like 7:30. Okay. Okay. 9:30. Okay. At 10:30.
Nope. Next question comes from Papa Dolvac, who asks, Texas Skulls, why are you such a shill? I know what you did in January. That's it. That's all.
Scandalous.
That's all you're getting. Cypress Star
Scandalous.
asks, do you think that in the future we'll be able to CCU older $0 concepts like the Carrack to an Orion, etc.?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's all kind of in flux at the moment.
CCUs, like, the complicated part about CCUs is that you want to do, they want to make sure that CCUs are fair, but at the same time not.
Listen.
Yeah, I know. There's a whole lot of whining about it.
Listen.
Ah, Jesus.
Listen.
Here we go.
The current, what they, not the first one, the $5 business, forget that. The current thing that they're doing, plus two things. Ready? Two things.
Okay.
Concept sale. Gray, listen. Gray,
He's talking to his wife.
Gray, listen to me. Gray, listen to me. Gray, look at me. Look me in the eyes. Look at me, Gray. I'm not gonna continue until you look at me. Okay, Gray.
I was
Listen.
speaking to Miss Gray. I'm sorry.
Listen.
Yes.
Pay attention to the class.
Yes.
God damn.
You're gonna get twice the homework.
It's me.
Yeah.
Fucking shit.
Yes.
So the new thing where it's like $0 CCUs will only work when there's flight ready, and they will expire. You can't hoard them.
Mm-hmm.
Are we talking about CCUs
That
again?
Yeah.
yes, that is good. Plus two things. One, have the ability to have $0 CCUs during a concept sale, and you have to use it during the concept sale,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's gone.
I would
Two.
rather gouge my eyes out, Roland.
Two, I know. Two, have a period when they pretty much have a general idea of where all the ships land in terms of balance and functionality and mechanics and all that
Sometime in beta.
good stuff. Sometime in beta, be like, yo, for the next blank weeks, go nuts. Switch all you want. Do it. This is your last chance.
Yeah, before they go turn persistence on for, like, in terms of, like, UEC and all that kind of
Yes.
stuff. Yeah.
And then that's it.
Yeah. So
I could
that's
talk for like hours on this. I'm just not going to.
it's
all been said.
It's been
That's
said
the
1,000
problem.
times, and the problem is that I've had with CCUs is that it's not a huge deal, and people make it a huge fucking deal. I can't see it's too white.
I put go fuck yourself, and I spelled fuck with FCCU.
FCCU. It's
Do you
like
guys watch,
it's not like
do
it's
you
not
guys
like
watch John Oliver.
Yeah, we can see it.
Go FCC yourself.
yeah.
It's a direct link to comment on the FCC website.
So the
We had to get on.
I mean,
this.
should we talk about net neutrality here? You know, we'll have a 30-minute convo about that.
oh my
No.
god! Oh
No.
god! No!
Here, I'm gonna dismiss it with 4 words. Net neutrality is good.
There we go. We're done with that.
Can
Next-
you speak in
we're
front of
done.
Congress, please? just say
Say
those
those
4 words for me.
Yeah, I'm just walking out.
And
Listen,
every question that
Congress.
every question they ask you, you just go freedom, America,
ask you to break-
9/11.
We're gonna have to ask you to break out in song and dance, singing Asia.
I'll be
Heat of
so
the Moment.
good. Man, if I was able to address the floor of Congress, what I would do.
That
What I
procedural
would
fog
do.
there, GHG. That procedural fog. That's
Procedural, volumetric,
fog.
volumetric.
I got it
Nice.
from Amazon.
Next,
But I haven't fully switched over from the other fog.
holy fuck.
I still haven't fully switched over. It's probably gonna be
Jesus
another 90
Christ.
days.
Okay. There's a huge list of questions about that from our friend who we banned.
Okay.
That's just the same question
Throw 'em
over and
at
over
me.
again.
Throw 'em
no,
at me.
because it's not even it's just offensive shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good job, dude.
Yeah, it's like the same repeated over and over again. I'm like, God damn, dude. We got him. He's rustled. His jimmies are fucking rustled. Jimmies are super rustled.
Man,
wait a minute,
I thought I was triggered.
Yeah, I thought we were supposed to be triggered on the
I thought
show.
we were the triggered ones. It's you,
He's
man.
super
You cannot
rustled.
be a good troll when you fucking go all triggered and shit. He probably,
Super
he's probably
triggered.
sitting in his closet right now cutting himself.
Yeah.
I feel bad for him.
That's just sad.
You need to get some help, dude. Get some help. Or become a better troll. One of the two. Like seek counseling.
There's
It's there.
other
Let's start a
fish in
troll
the sea.
school.
There's other
Let's
fish
start
in
an
the
online
sea.
troll school.
You should. Now, the NSA was actually actively hiring counter trolls. They were actually hiring trolls to counter trolls. I'm not even kidding. That was a job. In the
Go
government.
talk to Bumble. He'll make you an account on his dating app.
There we go. So the next
You'll
question.
meet your fellow troll.
Your troll mate.
this
Your
troll
troll
mate.
mate.
Oh,
Troll mate for life.
That is no joke.
so sweet.
No joke. That's what my wife calls me, the troll mate. Not even joking. That is seriously-
www.trollmate.com,
There we
guys.
go.
Oh,
Oh God!
no.
Don't say that! Don't say that! Texas is getting it right now. Texas is getting it right now.
Don't click that webpage.
It
I
doesn't
didn't check
exist. It redirects to troll-easy.com. Exhausted at the end of the fishing day, a full day of fishing with 1 foot raised in the air can be very tough on your back.
I was trolling all day on the internet. Oh, for Marlin.
What is available is trollyourmates.com.
Give your boat the looks and feel of a 2016 model.
2016,
Like Playboy model? Or
like a boat model, like. Oh my God! That's the best troll website of all time. Oh my God! Next.
I'm clicking. I don't think I should click, but I'm clicking.
Trollmate.com. Trollmate.com, everyone.
Oh,
Let's see if we can
God.
give it the hug of death.
Oh my God! Yes. Oh my God. No,
Amazing website.
Trolley Our Mates is available. Yeah.
Yeah,
What is-
it's not even troll your mates. It's
Trolley
trolley
Our
our
Mates.
Trolley Our Mates is for sale.
It is. It only costs $1,500.
I mean, troll your mates. It's the same thing because it doesn't. It's not case
Capitalized,
sensitive.
yeah. But it's saying it's Trolley Our Mates.
Listen, hugedomains.com. I think you need to re-examine this. And
Just
fix it.
hugedomains.com. Just
Huge.
you got to come to me because I'm the best. Just give me a sponsorship. I got you. You're good. All right.
His
Just
domains are the best domains.
the best domains. Everyone says it's the best domains. All right. So the next question. Finally getting to the next
That was
fucking
good.
question.
That was good.
Oh yeah, questions.
Now I
Darthspock
got my soul.
Darthspock asks, while Smexy concept ships for cargo, for combat or cargo mining, etc., is all well and good, I ask, where's the family sedan spaceships for the everyman? The Aurora is a
Coming.
single-seater, and the Mustangs are similar. The 85X is the closest, but where's our four-seater crossover 21st
What?
century drivers using the 20th century? He wants a fucking either a free candy
minivan.
van or a minivan. It's like, where's
Yeah,
our
What's it on
minivan
solar
ship?
power
That's
too?
the that's
Yeah.
the
Isn't that kind of what a
Argo.
freelancer is?
That's the
No,
Argo
c-
personnel transport.
Just with a bigger trunk?
No, something with a quantum drive. Do it, CIG. Give us
Well, dude.
the mom van, the soccer mom van.
The next round of ships are all civilians. So
Yeah, do it.
In 2946 or 7 or whatever fucking year it is nowadays, are we concerned about space missions? Like, should we be going to solar powered ships? Maybe.
They use fusion.
Yeah, it's fusion, man. There's no emissions.
What about the afterburner shit, dude? That's using
It's
fuel.
all hydrogen. It's actually all oxygen. Is what it is.
Listen,
Well, I feel stupid.
I appreciate the effort, Texas. I see where you're coming from.
we're gonna
I
create global
appreciate
or universal
your
warming.
Concern
I want the
for the
Prius
space
of
dust.
space.
Give me the Prius of space. Let's do it. That's actually the Grey Cat. That's literally the Grey Cat, which they are also upgrading. By the
It's
way,
battery
there
powered.
is There
You know what?
is-
We could yell at all the guys with caterpillars.
Yeah.
You over there with your caterpillar.
Ruining
You're
my
crazy.
space environment.
You know, universal global warming thing.
Universal climate change. You change the climate of Fat Mom universe.
Let's move on.
Game of War asks,
think
man,
Jake's about to
imagine
fall
a
out of
Star
his chair, guys."
Citizen.
Game of War. Is it the Legend 27?
7? Yes. Man, imagine if Star Citizen was like me and used microtransactions and boobs. Star Citizen would be making billions. There are people who actually take Star Citizen screenshots and art assets and use it to sell their free-to-play games.
And they put boobs on freelancers. Guys.
Yes. Yes, they
It
do.
is a crime. It is a crime. No ship should have to undergo such scrutiny.
Also, I would have to argue
Call
that,
your mom.
that Drake does do titty girls for selling their
do.
ships.
Yes, they do.
They do.
We've seen them.
They do like titty girls.
It is E3 2006 up
Yeah.
in here. Man, remember Booth Babes?
Yes.
Man,
Booth babes.
what a time that was. What a time where marketing was just
Tits and
the
beer.
purest form of superficial that one could ever hope to achieve. It was pure,
Tits,
unadulterated.
Mountain Dew, Doritos, and beer. Those were the marketing things for video games. It was like,
Beautiful.
dude, get this hot chick, eat your Doritos, drink your beers, and be a bro.
Maybe
Bro,
it doesn't live
bro.
on in video games, but there's a conference in Vegas next week that I was going to go to, but I can't, for auto finance. Yeah, it's still that tits. Just tits
Oh
everywhere.
no! For
That's all it is.
Auto finance.
Yeah,
Wow.
tits everywhere. That's-
I am
that's what auto
also
is.
Does
in the
she
automobile
come with that
industry.
spreadsheet? That spreadsheet? That spreadsheet software? Does the tits come with the spreadsheet software? Is that like really?
You can.
You know?
Man,
You can. Yes.
All right.
man, the car
for
industry
premium.
is weird.
The
It
next
is.
Weird.
The next question comes from Inner Hype, who asks, "Has CIG ever talked about an IK system?" I don't know what an IK system is.
What is that?
Yeah, you have to
I've
ask
heard
us,
of it
Inner Hype.
before.
Currently, when you walk up to the set of stairs, you just
Kinematics
slide up
something?
them instead of stepping on them. For example, is there a plan to address this? My guess is if that's it has something to do with like actually being able to like step on stairs. My guess is that they probably won't, because the reason why they slide is because if you put in the actual stepping upstairs, it would turn into an animation that you would be locked into, and that becomes an issue with how many animations are there in the game. There are already millions of animations. They're going to add more, and they want to reduce as many animations they possibly can without like completely ruining immersion. So
There's a level that you can go to with immersion that you have to cut off.
Yeah, like in a single player game, like I can see the IK, that kind of system being great, because it's like, you can get up all these stairs and you can, but when you start dealing with like millions of players and in a huge universe that they're trying to like design for, that shit can get complicated quickly. So
Is IK like if their foot steps on the step, that directs the rest of the body
Inverse
upwards, as opposed
kinematics
to
is
kind of
what
like
it
the
is.
body going?
It's a method of matching
Yeah.
character animation to a fixed objects like an elevator. Yeah, so it's like kind of like the ladders are now, where if you walk up to them, you grab the ladder and your character moves with the rungs. Also, that's kind of an IK system, I think. So,
Right.
where
Yeah.
but you're stuck in that animation. So like I think that's a similar idea.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're on an FPS map and you're locked into a stair climbing animation, that would suck.
Having to turn around, you'd have to like it would slow you down in your turn. You just get wrecked. So, all right. So I don't know. I don't think so. Papa Dovek says thoughts on the new Alien. I think it's poopy. Which Alien?
First off, I
Heard
haven't
bad
seen
things.
it. And I don't think
Covenant?
we should do-
I
I don't think we should do spoilers.
the
Are
new-
we talking about Covenant?
Or are we talking about like a Star Citizen Alien? Because I don't know what Star Citizen Alien. Oh, I think he's joking about the doggy because it's poopy. Because it's
No.
coming out the butt.
Uh,
Oh, Papa Dovek.
Oh Lord.
All right. Next.
I mean, he could really be talking about either.
Yeah. The next question comes from Papa Dolvac. In the
If
far
you're talking
future,
about Covenant is better than Prometheus.
in the far future, you could play a currently unknown race as your player character. What would you go with?
Banu.
If it's known race. I thought you said unknown. Yeah. So Banu.
Banu for me.
Yeah, I think
Tavarin Yo.
Xi'an probably. Or
Kilrathi.
Kilrathi.
What? Which one?
or the Kurthak. I do the Kurthak. Totally play Kurthak.
If we get to meet the Kurthak, I
Yeah.
hope we
Right.
that would be really interesting dynamic. To see
I
how
hope
that
they're
affects.
energy beings.
So Gray is Groot.
I agree.
He is Groot. Jake is Birdman.
Falco.
Falco.
Falco Lombardi.
And I like pizza, bro. Like Cowabunga. Turtle Power.
Texas.
Texas alien. If you could
Are
play an
we
alien.
talking about our favorite aliens?
If
here?
you could
What you
play,
would be.
if you could
If
play,
I could play.
if you could play as an alien
Do it.
in a player
Vandal.
character,
Done.
Vandal.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yes. Because then I have an excuse to kill everyone that I see.
Then you don't have to waste money on flight suits.
Yeah.
Right?
You can
That's
just be in
cool.
space.
hmm
How about you, Nighthawk?
You said
Oh, one's
Kilrathi.
I mean, I did say Kilrathi, but Xi'an.
Xi'an.
I'm really
Xi'an.
intrigued by them. But I also find what little we know about the Tavaran culture to be.
They're super awesome.
There's space. There's space Japanese. They're space samurai.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, but
I
they're
thought they were like
birds.
space
birds,
monkeys.
yeah.
Yeah.
Space bird samurais.
Giant bird samurais. There we go.
Listen, I'm gonna preach right for a hot minute. I've been preaching the gloriousness of the Tavaran and the Prowler for years.
He has.
When it was nothing but a freaking paragraph. It's documented on the internet. It's all there for you to see. Look at that thing. Is it not the best ship in this video game?
It's not.
No matter what you say, you're wrong. It is the best ship.
Thanks for playing, but you're wrong.
Yes.
Next question comes from Fastcart.
It's a freaking bird ship.
They're
you have-
people.
Did you have something to say, Nighthawk?
Nope.
No. Okay. I thought you were saying something. I thought you were saying something earlier. Before I asked the question, Fastcart says, "What is Relay and why is it better than? Why is it better off without you?"
Why is it better off without you?
I have.
I feel like this is the beginning of a song.
I don't know. It's this Fastcart question. So Fastcart, could you? What the fuck are you asking, Fastcart?
Fast car, I'm so lost.
Yeah.
Fast Cart's been hitting the bottle.
Yeah.
Yep.
New Lexicon says, I saw Jake testify before Congress about the Tavaran, but he neglected to mention net
neutrality.
Also,
Oh, jeez.
New Lexicon, are you New Mexican? Because I actually grew up in New Mexico.
All right.
It's a weird place.
Next question
I don't know
comes
if I'll
from-
ever go back.
From Drunk Questions. Jake, food for thought, or drink forgot.
What?
Jake, food for thought or drink forgot.
Yes.
Okay.
Good answer. Good answer.
Not Anti asks, did Jake only brush the front of half of his hair today, or is that because of the headset?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
It's actually a wig.
He's rocking the Eric Kyron Davis look.
Look at that.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
That he's becoming Tavaran. He's trying to make his hair into a crest.
That or he's playing too much Dragon Ball verse.
Yes, too much Dragon Ball.
That too.
That Korean gamer asks, are any of you excited to see how the 300 redesign changes are going to turn out? Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes,
If it looks as good as the 85X, oh yes, I am.
Yeah.
Like that ship is
Functionality is what I want to see.
It needs a Netflix and chill couch. That's the functionality that I want to see is a Netflix and chill couch. It
I
needs-
want like patent leather, a mini bar.
Yeah,
a
I
long
want
bench seat.
I want something where you sit on and you can like kick over and it kind of turns into like a sofa, like a pull out sofa, and then like a disco ball comes down and like a screen comes down, so it's like just
Do you want
big
the
enough
bed
for
to
two.
spin too?
Yes,
Around it.
yes,
What are we going for here? Yeah,
yes,
okay.
exactly.
Nice.
In the
Strip
bed.
people in the center.
people
of
in
it.
Yeah,
chat.
exactly.
Yeah.
Hey guys, just had a massive thunderstorm roll in. So if my shit goes out, there's a reason, and it's
Okay.
electricity from the sky. So I just want to let you guys know.
God hates you. We got you. Yeah.
There's people in the chat that are yelling at me to get a haircut. Irony is, my wife is a hairdresser.
Oh my god.
But I'm like, we don't really have the setup to do it at home, really. Like, it would just be a pain. So I have to go to her work, and I ain't nobody got time for that.
Alrighty. So
It's free.
Miss Jake in here now.
some-
New Lexican, I don't really think that's going to be an issue. You don't really need to be paranoid about them potentially making each variant of the 300 a different hull.
No.
That you have to bear in mind. We're about to have items drop, like the completely new pipeline for items drop, and it's these items, these ship components, that
Pipelines,
more than
all that stuff.
anything else make the difference between the variants in a series like the 300.
Mhm.
The only true variant, the whole difference in the entire 300 series is the 350R. Everything else is the same, so I don't expect that you have to worry about it.
So we're now down to the bad troll question. So I'll skip over a lot of them.
Oh, give me some good. Come on, Paul. Give me some good ones
They're
that
asking-
aren't super offensive.
No, they're all really super offensive because they're not only offensive
Okay.
to you, but they're also talking about Batgirl. So it's like
Okay.
really, really fucked up shit.
Low blows.
Yeah, really, really, really bottom of the barrel, scraping the bottom of the barrel for content there.
Bad troll.
Yeah. Crinison asks, how large would a shadow cast by an eclipse be if Selen was in between the Crusader and the Stanton System's main star?
17.6.
Yes.
About
I did
that
the
big.
math.
About that.
I trust Grey-Headed Gamer's math.
Yes.
He's done the
It
math.
holds water.
Yes.
Next question comes from
Yes, Eden Star it is. Hi.
from Mayonnaise 15. How do you think fog effects will affect boarding actions? An example of this being the corridor shown in the ATVs, this week's ATVs being filled with fog.
I think it's going to have a pretty big effect. For one thing,
want smoke grenades.
if you looked at that volumetric fog, exactly,
Yeah.
dropping smoke grenades. They've already said that you're going to be able to shoot out individual lights. If you can shoot out individual lights, that makes me wonder: will you be able to shoot at certain pipes, causing steam to come pouring out? Can
Mhm.
you get other forms of cover going in this supposedly dynamic environment? And if that's the case, then yeah, absolutely, this is going to make a big difference, because you're talking about breaching a ship that, supposedly is going to be in a zero-G environment, so it shouldn't have this sort of stuff there to begin with. So you should be able to see your heads-up display. You should be able to pull up your Mobi glass. You should be able to get the readouts on your weapon. You should be able to visually acquire target. But you can't do that if the lighting is screwed up, if the fog is thick.
Yeah.
I mean, looking at that volumetric fog, I'm very eager to see whether or not you can see the Mobi glass in front of your face when that is turned up.
Have you seen some of the boarding sequences from The Expanse?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me that.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
so some of the
please.
ones that they got all that fog going and smoke and all the like sparks and shit
Yeah.
are kind of just lighting it up. Oh yeah, give me that.
And the
Thanks.
big thing about that is that it's also, you got to understand that they'll say, oh yeah, well, we have like smokeless cartridges and all those other things. Like, yeah, but if you're in space in a vacuum, everything in dust is going to get kicked up, and that's going to turn into smoke and particle effects and all that kind of stuff too. So go ahead.
Yep.
And eventually it'll just sit.
And there's one thing that I hope for, at least. I love the volumetric fog is beautiful. Absolutely, it adds an ambiance. It's freaking nice. But when we go into somewhere like a high end city, and you go into whatever it may be, the med lab or whatever, I hope that there's not fog everywhere, because I notice a lot of games do that a lot, where they kind of overdo the fog thing.
Yeah.
And we would in a big major city, and say like in a TDD or something like that, they're gonna have a havoc system that's going to keep the air clean and like if I go downtown to one of these high end restaurants, there is no fog, even though they're cooking their asses off in the back and all. There is no fog, So I'm hoping we do have areas that are just completely clean and clear without it.
I think they were showing a lot of it because it was the showcase this week.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
doubt. But like I said, I've seen so many games that overdo fog that there's some place I'm like, really, this is just this is putting fog in because it's available in your assets.
They kind of
and
use
it's
it as a
overdone.
crutch, almost, right? Maybe
Other games
to
do.
make up for other bad lighting or assets, and so yeah,
The
there's
only game has excellent lighting with not a ton of fog. Prey.
You've
I still
been
haven't
on
played
about Prey a lot.
It's,
know.
I'm
Good.
playing it right now. No, it's really good because it's like a really clean space station. It's been blown to bits, but like it's nice and the lighting's really nice.
It feels very, from what I've seen, it feels very ISS almost, like in terms of a space
Yes.
station. Like it actually does look like a modern space station, slightly in the
Yes.
future, rather than like a super futuristic space station like we have with.
It's a really good game. It's a much better arcane game than Dishonored 2 was.
Yeah. No, I mean, well, Dishonored 2 was I think it was a good game, but it had its own issues.
Not near as good as
It's the-
Dishonored
it's the
1 was.
No. All right.
Ray's gone.
Next question comes from Nikolai, who asks, should we put a size 9 torpedo onto a dragonfly? If so,
Yes.
Yes.
if so, what ship would we crack open?
Another
All the
dragonfly.
Oh, yeah, anything you want. Bomb planets. Like that's what you do.
but-
You just bomb
but the
planets.
thing
The
is-
dragonfly is a torpedo.
Yeah.
So
There you go. I was gonna say you don't actually launch it. You just drive straight
Right
into
into-
the damn ship.
just Southboard Gamer. Aurora, but still,
Sea of Shrooms asks, how do you guys think the new interaction system they showed off will work in combat situations? It adds immersion, which I like,
Hotkeys.
but it seems like key bindings would have a huge advantage gameplay-wise. Yeah, hotkeys.
Hotkeys.
Yeah.
Yep.
That they literally said use hotkeys in combat situations. They told you that.
Yeah. So, make a hotkey. I've got.
Yeah.
I have a Stream Deck. I can use hotkeys with this. I can
Voice
also
stack.
control stuff. Yeah, voice stack works too. There's lots of
Voice
places.
tag is even better.
Yeah. And there's the MFD displays you can buy. There's lots of things you can do for creating hotkeys. So it's not too bad. And there's even like a touchscreen app you can get for your phone and your iPad. The
Rocat.
The Rocat, Power Grid. So
Every time I
That
see
thing's awesome.
MFDs, I just think of like
Motherfuck.
mother effing displays.
Blaze, yeah.
Yes.
I feel like they wanted to call it an MFD because they wanted to be like it's a motherfucking display, but they came up with an acronym to make it multifunction display. It's like
possible.
there's a lot of like military and technical terms that they obviously worked their ass off to make it sound funny, so that they could make that an acronym work properly.
I mean, the government is just called Wee.
The next question comes from Auntie, who asks, with permadeath having an actual consequence, do you think stream sniping will be how do you think stream sniping will be dealt with?
Use a
Because
delay.
someone like
go.
a Lyric who has 50,000 people watching will get hunted down by hundreds of angry children. Don't
I mean,
rage.
that doesn't
Yeah.
really happen now.
Even if people do stream snipe in Star Citizen, A, they have to know where you are. B, they have to know exactly where you are. C, they have to be able to find you in that in the planet or planet system you're at.
This is space, guys.
It's fucking
huge.
huge. Like,
I would still never underestimate the stream sniper. They
No.
will
course.
find a way to find
However,
I wouldn't underestimate them,
stream
but
buildings.
if a single moon can take one person 4.5 hours to circumnavigate along the equator at maximum afterburn on one dragonfly, or 12.5 days walking.
That's nuts.
It's
That's a
all
lot of
about
ground
what
to
can
cover,
they do to
just
pinpoint
one
you though
moon.
from
Yeah.
space, right? So
Yeah.
like
Right. Okay.
in
So
orbit around
you're
that,
you're
can they
talking about the
pinpoint you?
difference between playing Star Marine, where you're on Echo 11 and you can run that map 13 times, have most of the little gaps memorized, and be able to watch a stream and pick them off. But if you're talking about going somewhere like Selen, that's a big ass moon. I mean, yeah. Okay. So you're on Selen. I'm going to go down to Selen. They're going to spend the next how many days trying to locate your exact coordinates
think
on that?
think how hard it was for us to find each other in Hellion text. That's a good way of looking at it. Look at Hellion. It was
is a good one.
fucking hard to stream snipe in Hellion when people were trying to stream snipe us.
Yeah.
Like they'd have to know the exact location, the exact planet, or the exact asteroid we were around, or the exact name, and then they wouldn't necessarily know it. They'd have to scan for it, then find it, then find us. it takes a lot of information, and Star Citizen is similar. You're going to have to know exact
Yeah.
coordinates, which isn't available unless you
or be able to scan, and that's
Yeah.
my point. Like, what sort of scanning suites do we have where I can not pick up that, oh yeah, this is exactly the astropub, but this is a ship contact at this coordinate, and then what are what are the tools that I have to be able to get to that coordinate faster? Can I quantum jump to an entry point near those coordinates? I mean, it just
it's gonna be hard.
it's gonna be difficult, but
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, and
that will root
But-
out a lot of stream snipers.
which
But,
most stream
like
snipers are
Jackson
lazy.
said,
Yeah.
Never underestimate
Estimated.
stream sniper.
But
Yes.
if someone is that dedicated to finding you,
they deserve
they
it.
deserve it.
Yeah,
you
they
know?
do.
They deserve it.
Now, the only other time I can see stream sniping being an issue is common areas like Olisar, landing zones, that kind of thing. But those
But at
are
that
all
point, there's
policed.
protection.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
think that most of those zones, not only are they going to be policed, but they're armistice zones.
Yeah.
So a lot of times you're probably not even going to be allowed to bring your weapons off your ship.
Yeah,
Well,
well, I mean,
I think they're going to take the armistice zones out though once the auto turrets and all are up.
yeah, but
Mm.
but at the same
Yeah,
time,
maybe.
like our core is you have to have a certain weapons clearance to even bring a weapon in. Like you have to walk through scanners, which to scan for your weapon. If they find a weapon, like give us your weapon. They won't let you in until you give them their weapon, or you go back and put your weapon away. So that also matters as well. Like you're gonna have to have ridiculous clearance to kill someone at the right time.
I double this bounty.
Resolve 1520 says, "Man, I can't even find my ship during ICC mission."
That,
Right.
That's a damn
True.
truth right there.
True.
Space is big,
Yeah.
Oh,
Next
man.
question.
really big.
The next question comes from Mom, who asks Jake, clean
Oh.
the room.
I really do need to clean this room real bad. It's bad.
Good control.
See,
troll,
and
bro.
it's
Good
one
troll.
of those. It's
You
one
know?
of those things. It's one of those things where, like, I'm also moving soon, and I'm just of the mindset. I'm like, man, I'm gonna clean it and put everything away, but then I'm just gonna trash it when I have to pack stuff. I don't wanna.
Yep.
I don't wanna.
That's been
Yeah.
my situation.
Yeah.
My office is a fucking mess. Well, my side is.
It's horrible.
But I'm like, how much do I want to clean before I have to pack? Because a lot of the
But
stuff has
Aloy's
already been
here.
You
packed.
just don't.
You just don't. You just want to pack. You know?
It's worthless.
Got
Yes.
Aloy is hanging out with me, so it's cool. She says hello, everyone. She murdered this watcher for you guys. Everything's fine.
Jake, you are a
it's okay if
lonely,
it's
lonely
messy.
man.
My wife's away for the weekend. Okay.
He's got his dolls out.
Yeah.
I got my car.
You got your
got my-
space car.
I
Your
got my
space car.
car. My Nomad.
Nikolai.
The door's
God.
open.
Nikolai asks, me again. Not my fault. Everyone else is being lazy. From watching ATV when they're showing the lighting, how likely do you think will be us being able to change lighting in our hangars, and sooner or later?
Sure.
I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I imagine you'll have things like disco balls and lighting you can add or like move around with. That depends on the interaction system and how it works. And I think that's more of a beta thing. It's like no one gives a shit
Yeah.
about that until
Yeah.
beta.
This.
You might be able to cycle different
There's-
lighting.
Yeah.
Like go to the pure red or turn it all off. Things like
Right
that.
now, there's literally no functionality to the hangar,
Yeah.
other than the fact that it's a room in which you can place
A
things.
single ship and
So
things. Yeah.
if and when they start to bring functionality into the environment that is a hangar, we might start to see that. But then again, is that something that we need control of? Are we even going to be in control of the ATC actions when we're trying to take off from our
Hangar.
personally owned hangars? Or is that going to be an NPC that takes care of that for you? We have no idea how it's going to work.
Yep. It's gonna be interesting.
Next question comes from Auntie. When will we have a captain's table where everyone has to be drunk? Soon.
Soon.
The first,
I'm
the
sorry,
first,
I'm
I'll run it.
recovering.
the first captain's table that I am in Texas. That's
Oh,
that'll
God.
be that's which is going to be not the first week I'm there, but the second week I'm there. So, by the way, guys, we're not gonna have a captain's table next week. Well, I was gonna announce that as well, but no captain's table next week, and there'll be a captain's table the week after that. Then no captain's table that next week, and then hopefully a captain's table after that.
They're not gonna remember that crap, Paul.
I know. But I want to announce it just in case someone in YouTube
Man,
sees it.
listen. People in Relay's own Discord, the podcast is at the same time every week, and they still ask me, "Hey, when's the podcast today?"
2:30. It's 2:30 Eastern.
2:30 every week. same. Ah.
BB88 asks, which moon will you land on first, and in which ship?
The snowy one, Yela.
Yella with the dragonfly.
No. All right. CIG posted this on Twitter. They're like, "Oh, what ship are you gonna do your first planetary landing on?" I'm like, "Listen,
None.
no ship. I am just gonna free fall
He's Master Chief in it.
into the atmosphere.
He's
Yeah,
Master Chief in it. Yeah.
Master Chief in it. ODST that crap.
Yeah.
Except no pod. I'm just going in. I'm gonna see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see what happens.
Now, see, what I want to do is I want to take a caterpillar, get a bunch of people in dragonflies in that caterpillar, open up the caterpillar as we're descending, and then have all the dragonflies jump out in mid re-entry, like giant caterpillar drop, flaming caterpillar drop. That's what I want to do.
Glorious.
I want to see how high that those dragonflies can drop when still survive on the descent. Next question comes from Robert T2, who asks, do you think about effects of alcohol in game? Can we get drunk Fight Club and gambling at the Astropub? Yes.
You can already get drunk.
Yeah, you can, and there will be drunk fighting and gambling, because Fight Club will exist, because melee combat will exist. I think in 3.0, or at least maybe 3.1.
Yeah, it's coming soon.
Like
3.1,
punch,
I think.
like unarmed fight, can come in 3.1. So yeah, I also am looking forward to EVA or EVA knife fighting, which is also going to be a thing, as a sport at the Astropub. You have an argument, you have an EVA knife fight to decide who's right or not. Stabbing people in 0G, like flying by with knives and trying to stab
Sounds
people.
fantastic.
Yeah. I
want to be able to hold hands in Star Citizen, so when you're flying through the air, we can do like synchronized free falling, like a circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Synchronized DVA as well.
Yeah.
There you go. Yep.
I just want to take walks along Yell holding hands.
Yes.
I'm gonna be the guy, Jake. While you're doing your synchronized EVA, I'm gonna fly through with the Starfarer and just splatter you guys all over the windshield.
Oh, well, that's just sad.
I'm sorry, man. It's just in my nature.
BB88 asks, does anyone here own a Genesis Starliner?
No, but I wish I did.
No.
I have a Starliner. Yes.
Awesome.
My large, obnoxious, I can't say obnoxious. Ship that I own is my 890 jump.
Mike Berg, I see this question, but I'm not going to answer it because it's kind of
Listen,
sensitive.
Mike Berg, I need to know your question.
His question was fuck, marry, kill, Ben, Disco, or Xylo, and I'm staying away from that.
This is a tough question.
That's why I'm staying away from it. No.
Let's stay away.
Let's stay away from that.
Oh,
no, Jake.
man.
No. All right. Next question comes from Nikolai.
I have good reasons for each, though.
Nikolai asks, for everyone except Gray. So who thinks Gray is trying to be hip for the kids because his hat is because of the hat he's wearing? The answer is he doesn't have to be
Gray
hip. He's already
hip for the kids.
Yes.
I'm lit, son.
He's on fleek.
He is Vape Nation, yo.
I should probably clarify, Gray isn't really locked into one particular demographic. Kind of a mashup of them all.
I am. And the reason I'm wearing this baseball cap is because it was 98 degrees. And if I put on a beanie right now, I would die. And I like Notre Dame, and this is my favorite baseball cap. And I even lint brushed it really nice to wear it, because this way I don't die of heat exhaustion. That is all.
Going back to the Starliner question, executive decision. I want to reenact that in Star Citizen. Thank you. That is all.
Reenact what?
Executive decision. It's a 1996 movie.
Oh yes, on the Genesis Starliner. Yes.
I'd like to reenact that.
Can we do Air Force One in?
We can also
that would be a good one.
On the Genesis Starliner. Yeah.
We can.
Get off my Starliner. Kick him out.
It would make for a really interesting play.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be fun.
Space Harrison Ford. Is that just Harrison Ford? It's just Harrison Ford.
Is it just me?
Get off my plane.
Am I the only one who thinks the Starliner is backwards?
No. but if it's backwards, then it's
backwards.
it becomes like an alien T ship. It's like the
Yeah. It's got like you know how it's like it goes
like a Naboo starfighter. It's like a giant Naboo starfighter.
I want the cockpit on the wide part. That's where the front should be.
Starliner.
Snakes on a Starliner.
Oh my god.
Starliner.
We need posters of all of these movies so that we can put them show them the CIG and they can put them up there.
And now we need snakes.
Yeah, now we need snakes.
And so you know what's going to happen? They're going to do a happy hour.
Oh my god, a trouser snake! A trouser snake!
It'll be the best one ever.
That is the epitome of what that show has become.
Yes. Put animals in couches.
That's when it jumps the shark.
Yeah.
Oh god.
That's it. Jumps the snake wiener.
We're all fucked.
The Mike Berg asks, speaking of fog, do you guys expect fog to be present in large ships all the time? I feel there's a place for it, but
depends on the ship.
Proper air
really hope
circulation.
not.
Yeah.
Depends on the ship.
I mean,
I completely agree.
Yeah, it also depends
Like
on
a reclaimer, yeah, but other ships not
In
unless they're
Orion,
damaged.
Yeah.
In Orion, that should be a foggy ship.
Yeah, there's a lot of dust.
Stuff.
I mean,
Yeah.
I could also see it down on the engineering areas in
Yeah.
the Caterpillar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, maybe some of the cargo modules, depending on what's been stuffed into them. But yeah, I would hope that not every single space has fog in it.
I mean, every ship Gray is on is just going to be super foggy.
Yes.
Smoke.
Super.
Smoke.
Yeah.
Smoke.
Vape nation, yo.
Yeah.
Unless it like is actually relevant to like engineering or it's an industrial ship, it shouldn't. Unless it's damaged, though. That should be part of
Yes.
the damage.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
that
I
the
can tell you
pipes
right
are
now.
breaking.
If there's fog on any space in my Endeavor Hope, I'm gonna be pissed.
Right. Yeah. You see, there's the point I was bringing up earlier. A hospital ship should be very clean. Very, they have the system to filter
Yeah.
everything.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like I would love to be inside of a reclaimer or an Orion. It's going to be so alien-esque.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Wayland Yutani all up in that bitch,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be. Those are gonna be cool ships. Looking forward to it.
So the next question comes from Nikolai, who says, so confirmed size 9 torpedoes 3.0, Dragonfly into planet, Kappa? Yes, confirmed. Go to the forums, go to Spectrum, go to the Reddit, spread it
Targeting
around
all
there.
the moons.
All the moons, yes. Orbital bombardments, confirmed.
Nope. I take back what I said about first planetary entry. Take back what I said. I'm gonna ride a size 9 torpedo into the
Into the atmosphere. It's not Rip Torn, it's, what's his name? I can't remember the actor's name from, who did that in Doctor Strangelove.
Yeah, Jake confirmed it.
Yeah.
Anyways, next question comes from Inner Hype. If one Eclipse unloads its payload, blows its load, how big of a ship will it take out?
Like an Idris Bengal something.
It's like what, 3 size 9 torpedoes?
You gotta hit it just right though.
Yeah.
I think you should have to have a couple Eclipse to take out an Idris, honestly.
And
Maybe
but
2 or 3.
Nah, an Idris.
here's the thing. The biggest issue
Idris
is
is small.
That's
A
a question.
javelin, I'd agree with you.
How about a hull C, a hull D, or a hull E if its spine is exposed?
Ooh, see, it's a spine exposed.
Mm-hmm.
That's to me. That is the
or a sweet shot? A
The
sweat shot
only-
where it like goes through the beams.
Yeah,
the
that's-
Listen,
the
that just
singular
made me.
problem of those.
That
Yeah.
just made me want real bad. Remember, so in Star Wars Episode 2 and 3, and the ones with the Republic gunships, and they have those orbs that the clones sit in, and it's just like a laser. I want that in Star Citizen.
CIG,
What kind of laser?
CIG, make up laser, please.
Yeah. It's not a pew
They can actually-
laser.
It's up.
It's
They can actually pull the sound effect literally from this
podcast,
video.
yeah.
Yes. Listen,
Done.
all right, we've done a quiet.
Yeah.
Shh. Let's give him a good sample. Everybody. Shh. Can't do it.
Okay, then Jake,
There it
I'll
is.
do it for you. I'll do it for
Wait,
you.
no, I got it.
Oh my
Damn
God,
it,
he's
Jake.
lost.
That's what the gun is going to sound like.
A laughing Jake.
Hey, Texas, what are you doing tonight, man?
Hanging out, buddy. Hanging out. I'm on call if you need me.
Okay, no, I got it.
Okay,
Yeah, that right there.
there we go. Clean
That's what I
sample for you,
want it to sound
CIG. There we go.
Clean sample. Yeah, Listen. I have some powerful snots.
Oh God.
Someone quote that. Jake has powerful snots.
Clip.
That Korean gamer asks, how would you feel if CIG decided to add planets that could actually go supernova? Planets don't go
What?
supernova.
Paul, I heard 2 words.
Okay. The question is, how would you feel if CIG decided to add planets that could actually go supernova, or a weapon similar to the Death Star that could destroy planets or large fleets of ships in one blast?
Listen, planets.
Don't go supernova.
That's not how planets.
That's not how planets work.
Go back to school, sir.
No, the Korean gamer.
From the 12-year-old on this stream is telling you, you need to go back to school. It's time.
If he's saying a death machine that can blow up a planet or a fleet in one go, no. That's
Yeah, we don't need that.
maybe a cinematic piece for Squadron 42, but no,
Sure.
no.
Maybe the closest you'll get to that is something massive on over one planet.
There's a scene in Alien Covenant. I'm going to be as vague as possible, where a very large weapon is used. That would be cool in Star Citizen.
Okay.
Thanks for ruining my day.
Yeah.
Watch the movie, and then get back to me and tell me if you think that's cool. I think it's cool.
All right. Next weapon. Next question comes from Major Winters. Do you think the Ursa will fit into a Freelancer Max?
Yes.
Question.
My question is my answer to that is maybe,
what?
but we're
A
gonna
what?
try.
A freelancer mask?
Ursa in a
Ursa.
Freelancer Max.
Ursa.
Ursa and a Max, yeah.
I don't think so. Really?
Just barely, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But the Ursa's very wide.
You got to remember though, in Star
So is the
Citizen,
Max.
if it fits,
Everything.
it sits. It's the
Yeah.
cat rule. If it fits, it sits.
The Max
Sits, it fits. Whatever.
the Max cargo area is about the same size as the elevator that goes down in the Taurus. It's not
Yeah.
as tall once it's closed, but it's similar.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say that with the redesign that they're going to be doing and all, I would hope that would be the standard they set, is to pull an Ursa in there.
Put an Ursa.
I mean, it would make sense too, because
thing's
if you
pretty
can
big,
carry
though,
a single
man.
dragonfly in a freelancer, Max would have at
Two.
least
Yeah,
But
twice
that
room.
Ursa rover is pretty fucking big, dude.
Yeah, it's also
It's big.
tall. That's the biggest issue. Is I think its height is a issue.
But didn't they say when it goes into the ship, it pulls wheels in and lowers down? Doesn't it compress itself?
It can, but it has to drive in there in the first place and then compress itself down. That way, it can when the elevator goes back up for the
'Cause
constellation.
It's designed,
Oh.
yeah, it's designed for the constellation.
Oh, so then maybe not. If it doesn't
Yeah.
compress itself
It
beforehand.
could definitely
New
fit in
ground vehicles are needed.
It can definitely fit inside a Starfarer, and it can definitely fit inside
You can fit M50 in a Starfarer,
yeah,
man.
in a caterpillar. You can definitely fit an Ursa in a caterpillar.
Oh, yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
All right. So the next question comes from not Drummer Dan. How much will Texas pay me if I take out Twerk in the verse every time I see streams? Pantsless and Space Pachinki?
No, it's Pachinki or nothing. The Twerk 17 of Star Citizen got no beef with. Okay, Pachinki though is mine. It's mine in Paul's town.
Yeah.
The fuck out. You're not welcome.
Oh,
It's getting heavy.
We've thrown down the
Oh,
gauntlet
you
a couple
killed Gamble.
times. Yeah. Yeah.
oh.
Yeah.
You killed Gamble. You done fucked up.
While he was on your team.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Next question comes from the Noobifier. Yeah.
Oh,
do you have a decal from SitCon on your helmet still, sir? I don't. I took it off because people kept confusing me for you, Noobifier. I'd show up at events and people would be like, "Are you the Noobifier?" I'm like, "Yes,
Noobifier.
This is the Noobifier. No bullshit."
Noobifier, I transferred your decal from my shirt to my guitar case. I hope that is adequate.
The next question comes from Up Your Shaft.
Oh,
What happened to the gun rack on the Buccaneer? Will it have? Will we have to strap weapons to the outside of it like white trash? Probably.
yes.
No, they said that they
That would be awesome, actually.
will eventually be put back into the Buccaneer.
Like on the
There
back,
now.
like a gun rack on the back.
I
Like,
think
not
we
exactly
need.
sure where it would go.
I think we needed item 2.0
Yeah.
first.
Well, like if you look at the Buccaneer, it's the first ship that's been designed from the ground up with item 2.0 in mind. There are like 5 or 6 different cubby holes that say emergency supplies on that thing. So, including in the cockpit. It has the dog
Yes.
poo dispenser, like trash baggy
Dog
things on the
poo.
side. That says
No,
like,
it
emergency supplies.
dispenses dog poop.
It dispenses
Oh, you're
dog
talking
poo.
about the little. They look like the flare dispensers.
Yeah.
The little red tubes on the sides. Those are like a quarter storage
And-
unit
Yeah.
each.
And
Yeah.
they dispense dog poo?
They dispense the little baggies for dog poo.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, that's
you know what I'm talking about? Like the one you get like in the park, you can like grab a little, like clean your pet's shit up. You fucking asshole! Stop
Those
letting them shit
things
all
that
over
I
the place.
never use.
Yeah, asshole.
I'm sorry, man. Fertilizer, dude. Fertilizer. Come on.
Next question comes from also not Drummer Dan Kappa. Do you think I'll be denied entry to Space Starbucks restroom without purchase of one space coffee? Yes.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Most likely.
That rule
If
never changes.
there are any universal truths,
By the way, that's another
It
company.
is.
That's another company that could be added in the verse in a very seamless way, as we're talking on the.
oh
the-
man, Starbucks
Starbucks.
in every corner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can believe that in
all it's- I
2900s.
believe
Yeah,
They're like the
believe it.
only coffee place left. They
Yeah.
they bought out every single coffee place,
yeah.
and now it's just Star.
Bucks. And get it? Yeah, see, it works because it fits in there too.
Oh
Like
no!
they don't even have to change their branding. They don't have to change their branding. Starbucks. You know.
Does
got
Netflix
the Battlestar-
still exist?
Sure.
That's a good question.
No, I'm pretty sure Amazon is going to buy them out and then change the name to Starflix.
There we go. Starflix confirmed.
Yes,
Owned by
okay.
Amazon.
Starflix and chill.
Everything has to have star at the beginning of
Yes.
it. It's
Yes.
Or space. One of the two. Star space or cosmos.
Star space. Star space.
Star space.
Or
I'm gonna
Ended
make a game
Citizen.
called Star Space, and it's just gonna be dots.
With lots of space between them.
Yes.
That's gonna be a great game.
Gray-headed gamer asks, "Who is
50
on
cents.
Not So Sober Saturday tonight?" Huh, Gray. Who is on Not So Sober Saturday tonight?
Texas Skulls. Oh, Mr. Jake Acapella, if he doesn't pass out drunk and shit himself, then Jake Acapella is gonna be on tonight, and we're gonna talk shit about
Wait.
people.
How would you know though?
Because if I call you, you never answer.
That's
no.
what happened. That's what happened.
No. How would you know if poop has left my body?
Because that's what's going to happen. If you haven't responded to him,
Oh.
then he's gonna assume that you passed out drunk
You
and
won't
pooped
know.
yourself.
It might have already happened.
You got a point. You may be sitting in poo right now.
Right now.
Yeah, it could have already
You
happened.
don't know.
Really.
The camera ends right here.
Nikolai
Are
asked,
you going to require him to comb his hair before being on the show, or,
No, actually,
or are we
I'm
going with
gonna-
Eric Hindevers?
I'm actually gonna ask him to make it even worse.
yeah.
Ah, yes,
Okay,
yes.
slow, so we can see the slow progression from
Yes,
relay
through all the
station all the
streams.
way through.
The last one, he's gonna look completely homeless and disheveled. It's gonna be awesome.
Oh my god. Next question comes from Nikolai. Last question from me. What drink are you going to be drinking at 3.0 launch? Well, I'm going to be making a drink called the 3.0, and it's going to be a drink that makes you stop feeling feelings. So be on the lookout for that. I'm going to give that to every single Star Citizen backer. I will post it.
Lots of tequila.
I will post it on
Lots
Twitter,
of tequila.
and everyone should be drinking that. That should be the drink that everyone drinks, so that when everyone's
right.
like, "What's 3.0 like?" Your response should be,
This.
"It's good. It's good. It's so good. It's good." That's the response that every single Star Citizen should have.
Everyone will
when
wake up
dealing
and go, "Did we play 3.0 last night?" Damn
with it.
it.
Was that a dream, or did I actually have 3.0? So I want CIG to like have everything be on fire, and like people's ships are like posted in weird ass places.
Stark-
Like there's like everyone has a llama now suddenly in the universe, and it's just like, what
Stark
the fuck
brand.
happened?
Starkbrand asks, "What color will 3.0 be?"
It will be vomit colored. That's what it will be. It will be vomit. That's all that remember will remember. Oh, next question comes from Soylent Tack, who asks, "Do you think the takedown mechanic will be able to puncture a space suit when in zero gravity to slowly kill a person?" Yes,
That's what it sounds like.
that's what it's designed for. I think. Also remember, they're changing death to like unconscious. So like when you kill someone, even with a shot to the face, there's still a chance for them to get revived at some point with like the health mechanics. even in Star Marine. Health.
Majestic X has pointed out that I have a Vandal driller in my room right
You
now.
do.
Yeah, isn't that an NDA? But like, you should be covering that up.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Total NDA violation there.
Shh. Wait, I can't. Orient. I don't.
Slim Pickens, that's the name of the guy.
Can't do it.
Darthspock asks, when can I strap a saddle to one of those size 9 torps and ride it like Slim Pickens and Doctor Strange?
Listen, we just talked
Cover that.
about this.
3.0, confirmed. The Mike Berg asks, how do you expect traffic to be handled on planets with large populations? Does everyone drive
Air
cars,
traffic
air traffic
control.
lanes?
Poorly,
Yeah.
like traffic today.
Lots of people scream at each other. I expect to be able to roll down my space window
Do
and
you
flip
see-
people off and scream.
Have you
Space
seen
horns?
Star Wars?
Yeah, space horns. Yeah,
I want space horns.
yeah,
Coruscant.
yeah. A lot of angry drivers is what I expect. You know,
Yep.
where'd you learn how to fly, jackass? You know,
Yep. Yep.
what are you from, Terra? Of course you're from Terra. You're one of those motherfucking Terrans.
Hey, that's racist.
Ooh.
Terra is space California. Let's just
I'm
admit
banning
that.
you from chat. Can I do that, actually? Oh my god, the button's there. I wonder what happens.
Oh God. I think you actually can.
I don't think you can. No, I've tried it before. I've tried banning people when I'm the moderator. It doesn't work.
I'm scared to do it.
If this
I want
works,
to.
I'm gonna get trolled so hard in my camera. Let's just not. I got banned from my Discord last night. I got timed out. My own Discord.
Nice.
Mike Berg says, as
have
per the
fun here.
rules, I must inform you guys, I lost the game. And now we all lost the game.
Damn it.
Now everyone in the chat lost the game. Congratulations, Mike Berg. Everyone has lost the
Going
game.
again, guys. Did,
He threw his headset. Oh,
that
my-
poop?
that was poop.
He
Totally
lost.
confirmed.
Why wouldn't he?
Last question of the night. Nightcap asks, what planet or moon will we find Texas skulls passed out on first? We need to take bets
what's
on
the one
that.
with the canyon? What's the one?
All
with
of
the
them
canyon?
have canyons.
No, the one that was featured though in the canyon run the other day. I say like a couple weeks ago.
I think it
Wasn't
was
that Daymar?
there's
What I
Dana, I
missed.
think.
Was
yeah.
it?
We're
Yes,
asking
that one.
What planet or moon do you think will find Texas skulls passed out on first?
Daymar.
Damar.
Yeah.
I want to take.
Really.
I want to
We
take.
should probably further this question and ask, do we have the player dragging feature already put in? Because if that's the case, you may not find it.
Yeah, you.
I'm actually terrified of the reclaimer because I feel like the grinder. I'm gonna be thrown into that when I'm passed out drunk. I'm
Have you
terrified of
the
that
best.
shit.
The best part about that.
City.
The best
garbage
part.
woman?
The best part about that is that people have asked CIG, has QA tested people on that grinder? And the response to CIG was, what do you think the first thing we did was?
Nice.
Nice. So
Yes.
next
Yes.
thing, we need rope physics.
Yeah, dangling it over the.
I don't-
Wait, isn't
I
it
don't
zero
think-
G?
I don't think they gave people procedural damage states like the ships do. They don't blow apart like that pretty gif of the Gladius being shredded by the
Not
galleon.
yet.
So you're saying
Not
we
yet.
can't?
Not yet.
It's not
I like
just
that.
an arm.
Remember, we need organs 2.0 first.
Organs 2.0
Man,
first. Yeah.
Organs
then.
yeah.
Organs 2.0. Coming soon to a Star Citizen near you.
All right, this
Donate your money, and
this
we'll
is-
send you a prize package.
is the very last
T-shirt.
question.
What are you even talking about?
This is the very last question. Major Winters asks, do you think nebulas or other parts of space will disrupt space ship systems in the same way that
Absolutely.
Atmo will disrupt? Yes, for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They've said that's what they want.
That's why.
Or
Like,
enhance.
that's why you can fly through a nebula and be like, holy shit, there's a moon here. You know, like they didn't realize those exist.
I want the nebula from Voyager where they go in and they find the aliens. They're like, "Oh, we're invading your dreams," and then Inception happens.
Yes.
Voyager, they're
Okay.
Listen,
Inception in game confirmed. That's what's gonna happen.
guys. I'm telling you, there's an episode of Star Trek Voyager
Where they
that
do
was
Inception.
Inception
It was. Yeah.
way before Inception happened.
That is true.
Decades. It was amazing. It was actually a really good episode. There
It
are
was.
not many good Voyager episodes, but I remember the good ones.
Who was the captain of that ship? Was it Han Solo or Luke? Having trouble.
Yes. Yes.
Texas. Texas. See, that was the worst troll because
I know,
the captain
I know.
of the Voyager
I'm sorry.
is a woman.
Yeah.
Princess Leia, bro.
Yeah, Princess Leia.
Princess
Starbuck.
Leia, I got it.
Hey,
It was Starbuck.
Hey, guys,
Starbuck.
Oh god.
have you guys seen the preview for Discovery? It looks cool.
Yes.
It looks garbage. I don't know what you're talking about. That
I
it looks
know,
terrible.
man. I'm getting feels. I'm getting Star Trek feels up in my body.
The fucking Klingons
the
look
queasy
like
feels?
turds.
They do look like
They
turds.
look like turd people.
Let's
Turd
be
people Klingons.
real, Paul.
They're
They've
called Klingons.
always looked like turds. They are called Klingons.
Yeah, but at least
Hey.
before they looked like turds in armor. Now they just look like fat turds. Like
You know,
lumpy fat turds.
That's what
With lens flare.
Captain Kirk did. He
Let's-
circled Uranus looking for Klingons.
Hey.
Lumpy fat turds.
Hey, at the very least, they don't look like they did in the Kirk era, where they're just dudes with goatees.
That's true. Like no, not
But at the
dudes.
same time,
Freaking
I really don't
freaking
want-
Mongolian-looking dudes with
I
goatees is what they
love-
were.
Remember that
I,
episode
I
of
don't.
Deep
Yeah.
Space
I don't
Nine?
want underworld vampires in my Star Trek
Yeah.
universe. It doesn't really work, especially as Klingons.
Do you remember the episode of Deep Space Nine where they go back in time, and then they're like,
What
"Those
the
are
fuck
Klingons,"
happened? Yeah.
and Worf's like, "I don't want to talk about it."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how they made that into
So good.
they made that into entire like lore, like the fucking tribbles turned them into
Yeah.
that shit and that kind of thing. That's why they were hunting the tribbles. It's like fucking plush toys manipulated your genes. Is that what's going on? God damn, man.
That's cool
Yeah.
and horrible, and kind of a little bit bad writing,
Yeah.
but still cool. Most listen. Most fiction won't address that stuff.
Yeah. They actually went through and
They
Cleared the
took
plot holes.
the time and tied that knot.
crappily
I like-
with like
I
a
like-
shitty. It's like a shitty like half
It's
knot.
still
But, it's
tied,
still
though.
tied though.
I like Star Trek a lot.
Alrighty, that's the last question of the night. Thank you guys all for hanging out with us here tonight. Please do follow everyone here, and if you are here, you need to also be back at Grey Headed Gamers channel at
You spelled
midnight
Todd
Eastern.
Follow wrong.
I said spell it poo follow because that's what we've been talking about. Poo.
Po follow.
Poo follow. Go to
Poffalo.
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 Mark Poffalo.
But yeah, no, go to Grey Headed Gamers channel tonight at midnight Eastern, which is, I believe, 8 Pacific. So in about
No.
No,
No,
9
9.
Pacific. 9 Pacic. So fucking time zones.
4 hours.
4 hours. So come back in 4 hours to see
3
Jake.
hours and 45 minutes.
To see Drunk Jake, part 3, with Grey Headed Gamer on Not So Saturday. Then
Yes.
until then,
Where
follow.
we have no filters whatsoever. So if you're easily offendable, you might want to
Oh, he's
hang back.
he's gonna fuck you your
We've
shit
been
straight
holding
with
back
CCUs.
all day.
Yeah, like CCU shit is gonna get real nasty by that time. It's gonna get really nasty.
Wait. No, never
You
mind.
just shit yourself?
No, never. Yeah, I think
Not
you did.
yet, man. Not yet. Just wait for it.
I thought I had to pee, and I haven't peed the whole stream, and now I have a wireless headset, so I can contribute.
to the golden showers.
Oh,
He peed on my
Oh.
podcast. It's only fair.
I literally did pee on your podcast. That's the best part. I literally took a big old piss on your
Only
podcast.
fair.
And I was sitting there freaking yelling at him. I'm like, Paul, please, please stop.
That was the
peeing."
greatest clip ever made on Twitch. Stop peeing!
And you just hear it stop, and then he walks back on camera. He's like, "What?" It was so good.
Oh no, the $24.99 emote, my $24.99 emote is going to be a golden shower. It's going to be a golden shower. It's going.
Magnificent.
So get ready for that. Be prepared.
oh gosh.
Oh man.
I already
Lovely.
have a $24.99 emote.
It's the gold party one, but I'm going to switch it to the gold shower. Is what I'm
Oh.
going to do. You know. So thank you guys again for hanging out with us tonight. Follow all these people. Come back in a couple hours to go see Not So Sober Saturday. And like I say every night, hope to see you guys again soon. But if I don't, hope to see you someday in the black. Have a good night, guys.
That's racist.